Joining him in the backfield, another guy who can get it done for you running the football. It's a Troy team that even with a new coach, new coaching staff, lots of new players, they still kind of play it the same way. Tough defense, and they want to run the football.
The defense keeps them in the ball game, and they try to figure out who has a hot hand at running back. Is he going to be Green or Taylor? And for as the quarterback decision is concerned, who's hot, who's hitting it, and what's the defense giving us? We're going to go with the quarterback that we think is the best answer for that.
Now, Troy defensively, it's a defense that's thrived on the big play. It's thrived on the turnover. Amazingly enough, last week they had an interception against ULM. That was the first turnover of the year created by the Troy defense. That's just hard to fathom if you know the history of this Troy defense, to be 5 games into the year and you come up with the first turnover of the season. 192 turnovers since the start of 2016. That's the second most in college football, and they have 1 as we start play tonight.
I mean, how do you explain that? I don't know, but hopefully they don't multiply on that turnover here tonight. We'd like to keep that at a 0. I was going to comment, Troy's known for their defense, and their defense has always had phenomenal linebackers. And this team here today, they're really led by their 2 inside linebackers, Brendan Jackson and Jordan Stringer, the 2 leading tacklers on this Troy defense, and they're kind of the heart and soul. So as they go and they play fast and downhill, as they go, that defense will go.
Add Devin Lafayette to that mix, plays kind of that spear position, kind of what I think the Bobcats call the star position, kind of a hybrid safety linebacker. 26 tackles. He had 8 a week ago. He's got a forced fumble in there. They're active and they're physical, and that's always been their calling card.
Yeah, and keep an eye on this guy, number 1, Philip Lee. He plays that banded position, that other hybrid, on an edge, or he can drop back in the flats for pass coverage. He's like one of the number 8 in tackles for losses in Sun Belt Conference. He's got 5.
Coach-wise, and this is a bit of an oddity, but you talk about guys who know a little bit about defense. This Troy coaching staff, all of the coaches on the defensive side of the ball for Troy have been defensive coordinators somewhere in their career at the college level. Those are guys who know how to coach defense.
They can game plan. They can see things and probably make very, very minor changes during the course of the time that changes the course of the game. So we need to keep an eye on that.
Our keys to the game still to come. I'll step aside for the moment. When we come back, our weekly conversation with G.J. Kinney. We'll talk a little bit about last week. We'll talk a little bit about this Troy game coming up as Cats looking for a win to get to 3-2. We'll get to that next on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Hi there, this is Steve Eisen, founder of Rebecca Creek Whiskey. Rebecca Creek Whiskey is a blended whiskey made in the Texas Hill Country. It is made with rye, yellow corn, malted barley, 4 to 8 years on the average age of the blends. Rebecca Creek Whiskey is made with limestone filtered water. Try our award-winning whiskey. Rebecca Creek Whiskey, fine-tuned whiskey.
When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. Texas State and Troy. Each team, both teams, however you want to say that, in desperate need of a win. Troy 1-4, 0-1 in the conference. Texas State trying to open up conference play with a win for the 5th time in 6 years. Standings as they are today, only 6 of 14 teams have played a conference game. Georgia Southern in the East is 1-0. App State, Georgia State 0-1. ULM, South Alabama 1-0 in the West. Troy at 0-1. Oh, by the way, South Owls at Arkansas State. We'll get into the full schedule here. South Owls at Arkansas State coming up this weekend. Looming ahead for Troy here, and for South Alabama both. A date in Mobile next weekend.
Yeah.
For Troy to head down and take on South Alabama in what is a grudge match to the nth degree between those two.
I tell you, as soon as we get out of non-conference games, it's like every weekend, it's like that's the pivotal game of the season. Oh, the next week, it's the pivotal game of the season. Every Saturday or Thursday now, it's so important that you have to win. You have to win. You can't depend upon someone else beating someone else for you. You have to go and do it yourself here in the Sun Belt Conference.
There is another game in college football on this Thursday night. Last time we got together for this, we were it. I think, South Alabama, I think, hosted Northwestern and scored like 93 points or something like that that night. But there is another FBS game. Sam Houston, who we know well, obviously, they're out west. They'll take on UTEP coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. So
Yep.
Bearcats and the Miners from out in the Sun Bowl coming up later. Rest of the weekend in the Belt, App State's at Marshall, 2:30 on Saturday. James Madison is at ULM, 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Old Dominion's at Coastal at 6 Saturday. Louisiana is at Southern Miss. South Alabama at Arkansas State. Georgia Southern, Georgia State, who played last weekend, they have the weekend off. There is a Thursday night game next week. Coastal Carolina will be at James Madison coming up next Thursday night. Had a chance to sit down and visit with G.J. Kinney, as always, before the opening of Sun Belt Conference play here, the second season, if you will, in pursuit of a conference championship, which, as you'll hear him say, is at the top of the list of goals for this team coming into this season. And so with this being the opener of conference play, it's all still there to play for, despite the great atmosphere and the disappointing end of the day last Saturday.
Yeah, obviously disappointing. I thought it was a great environment. You know, our fans showed up, and it was an awesome atmosphere, and we did jump up, and it was rolling. You're coming off a bye week, and you worry about a slow start. You know, coming off a bye week, you haven't played a game in a long time, and I think our guys were, almost too juiced up. They were too excited, almost maybe too emotional going into the game. They hadn't played in a while. They're excited to get back on the field, and it was an in-state opponent. So just a disappointing loss, and you hate the way it ended. But we got to move on, and we got to learn from the things that happened in that game, and make sure they don't happen again.
It's not the first time I've seen it where a team gets off to a quick start like that. And the other team is able to kind of settle down and get themselves back in and ultimately win the day. I'm sure it's not the first time you've been a part of it either. What does it say about, I think, the opponent, the coaching staff on the other side, and keeping their kids composed? And then the flip side of that is, as coaches, as a coaching staff, and as players, what lessons can you take away from those experiences maybe for the future if you find yourself in a similar scenario?
Yeah, I think they did a great job, and they have really good coaches that won a bunch of games, and they have good players and good schemes, and hats off to them. I think that's one thing that I'll always do. And, you lose, you give credit to the other team and their staff. I thought they had a good game plan, and they got the job done, and we didn't. So I think it's going to be critical for us to learn from what did go wrong and make those adjustments, and it is on a short week, so there adds a level of difficulty to that, but also it's maybe a level of optimism, because you do get to go right back to work, and you don't have time to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that very thing. You don't have a lot of time to dwell on it, because you got to turn right around and play a football game. And I think it's important for fans to realize and remember this Sam Houston bunch under Casey Keeler. I think he's 96 wins and 31 losses in his 11 years there. So it's not like they hadn't been winning football games. They're a bunch who knows how to recruit and coach on the other side. But
no doubt.
When you look at the day, I think, defensively, without Ben Bell, that's such a big piece of your defense, and you had some guys step up. Bryce Bass had a career high day in tackles and his first career sack. Same for Jolason Landry, forced a fumble that Kenny Haynes returned for a touchdown. There were some bright spots, especially defensively, and those are guys, with Ben maybe being in and out of the lineup for a couple of weeks, those are guys you're going to have to rely on.
Yeah, you're right, and it's never easy when you lose a superstar player like that for a game, but we did have some guys step up, and that was always good to see. We do have good depth at that position, and Bryce Bass played really well. Khalil Alexander played really well.
Yeah.
Joe Landry stepped up and played. So, it's good to see that. You never want to go a big time game like that without one of your best players and all that, but it's good to see some other guys step up and have good games.
Jordan McLeod threw the ball really well once again. Maybe only missed on a couple of throws. I can think of one he really kind of rifled one in and put behind a guy. A deep ball was maybe short a time or two, but otherwise I thought he threw the ball. Maybe struggled in the run game a little bit in terms of total yards, less than 100 total yards rushing, which is not what you typically see out of your offense.
Yeah.
What did Sam Houston do that made it difficult to run the ball?
Yeah, I think it was probably a combination of, like you said, Jordan was throwing the ball really well. He was throwing the ball really well, like you said. Maybe a throw here, a throw there. They did limit our possessions in the second half because they did have the ball so long on offense. I think that had something to do with it. We didn't get the ball back. Right. I know we had the Shipley drive, but before that we were supposed to get the ball back. We had the muff punt, so just the possessions were limited, I think, a little bit, and just like them, I think when you can have the ball that long and you kind of lean on a defense a little bit, and that's kind of something that we've always took pride in, is, hey, in that third and fourth quarter, second half, we're going to run the ball and really lean on you. We just couldn't get into a rhythm as far as on offense the second half to be able to do that.
Coach, I know in the opener with Lamar, he had way too many penalties. So that was your quote on that. Now, following Monday night, penalties you can't have in number and in, I think, the type of penalty and the time that they occurred. UTSA, there was a mistake. We played plenty of football. The penalties kind of came back into play a little bit. And, go out the targeting on James Neal. We can talk about that all day long on a different show. But there were a couple of untimely penalties that extended drive in one case, and another it set you back from a first and goal at the 8.
Yeah.
You can say what you want as a coaching staff. Ultimately, it comes down to the guys in the helmets on the field to know the situation, know where they are, know when they are, and etc. What do you say as coaches? And two, I think, what do the players say amongst themselves in trying to prevent those things from happening?
Yeah, there were some unfortunate, untimely penalties, and something that has been a focus. And like I said, I think the first game of the season, high emotions, high, all that, and then same thing coming off a bye and trying to get back on track and playing in an NFL stadium, and a lot of these guys' hometowns, getting back to Houston and playing in front of friends and family, and not to have excuses, but I think that's the reality of some of the situations. So I think it's something that hopefully when you lose, it's different when you lose and you have those penalties than when you win and have the penalties. So I think it's one of those things where hopefully we learned our mistake and we learned it the hard way. So hopefully, we can eliminate those or limit those moving forward.
Visit with TJ Kenny prior to kickoff in Troy tonight, the Sunbelt Conference opener for the Bobcats. Troy actually opened conference last week on Saturday with a tough loss at ULM. They're now 1-4 on the season, very uncharacteristic as far as the record goes. First season under Jared Parker, they've had to replace some big names. Gunnar Watson at quarterback, Carl Marshall, a guy forever at linebacker, and new stable at running backs. They've had some good transfers, but I think maybe, and you said this best at the show Monday night, I think still trying to find themselves a little bit, figure out exactly who they are. So don't be fooled by the 1-4 record, I think is the safest way to approach it.
Yeah, for sure. They have really good players, really good coaches, and just kind of a string of injuries maybe at the quarterback position that they're dealing with, and they've had to play multiple quarterbacks. So sometimes it's hard to get into that rhythm offensively when you're going in and out of quarterbacks and figuring out strengths and weaknesses. But they can run the ball, and they've shown they can throw the ball. The receiver, number 7 is dynamic. He has over 500 yards of receiving yards. He's a very special player. So they're dangerous, and their backs are against the wall, and they're at home. So that always, makes you a little nervous as a head coach.
Coach, I think in the overall scheme of things, when you look at where you are in the season, 2-2, you're coming off of the loss, but you got the conference opener right here. 8 games remain, all in Sun Belt Conference, and I would have to think that that appearance in a Sun Belt Conference championship game is one of the bullets on your team goals board when the season starts. And wipe the slate clean. It's still in front of you. It's there for the taking, is it not?
Yeah, it is. And that was the number one goal going into this season, was the conference championship, and because all the other stuff we couldn't control. Obviously you want to win every game you play, but being conference champions is something that we can control. And we're on the road on a short week versus a team with their backs against the wall. So we're excited to go and play and have the opportunity to play on ESPN and another national, television game. And I think that's always exciting as players and coaches.
Coach is always kind of to the chalkboard and 1, 2, 3 bullet points that are at the top of the list of the areas where you got to be successful to win. And then kind of as a caveat to that, with this quick turnaround, does that add anything to that list that you've got to do as coaches, as players, to take care of yourself, take care of your business on a 5-day turnaround?
Yeah, I think for us, the recovery and the eat, sleep, hydrate that we always talk about, making sure we're staying focused on that, and then understanding the game plan on a short week, and making sure as coaches we're not doing too much but not doing too little either. So there's a fine line there. And I think when we go out there and play on Thursday night, we got to keep our composure, and we got to go out there and execute at a high level in all 3 phases.
Coach, should be a tough one, should be a really good one. It always is, it seems, when the Cats and Trojans get together. Thanks for the time, and good luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
TJ Kitty, our guest on the Bobcats pregame show. We'll step aside for the moment. Starting lineups, kickoff coming up next from Troy, Alabama on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Hi, this is Fox San Antonio's Chuck Picatinny. And I'm News 4's Don Harris. One of the best things about our jobs is calling the games on Taco Cabana's Thursday Night Lights. Every Thursday on CW35. Goes right and then takes it right back up the middle and look at him finish the run. Firing. Got it. Caught! If you're interested in video production, journalism, or covering sports for a living, our stations have job opportunities you might want to check out. To see the possibilities, go to foxsanantonio.com/careers.
Clint Shields, Jeff Gady back with you. Veterans Memorial Stadium kickoff, 10 minutes away or so between Texas State and Troy. Our DJC Law injury reports for tonight brought to you by DJC Law. Get your justice. Visit DJC Law at texasjustice.com. Ben Bell not in uniform again for the second straight game for the Bobcats tonight. Bobby Crosby also out. Remember, Crosby got rolled up on late in that game with Sam Houston down by the goal line. He is not in uniform tonight for the Bobcats as well. Ryan Nolan should be back. Watched him warm up a little bit earlier. He was back last weekend at the Sam Houston game. Remember, injured late in the UTSA game. Missed the Arizona State game, but he was back last week and should be back tonight. We'll keep an eye out on Torrey Spears. Getting closer. Every week, G.J. Kenny talks about him being about ready to go, and we'll see tonight, especially with Crosby being out.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Here's the opportunity for Torrey to get back on the field, and a perfect game, against a team that's going to be physical, want to run the football. And Torrey's kind of that box safety kind of guy, and he likes to mix it up at the line of scrimmage. So I look forward to seeing Torrey's number out there in the field tonight.
Again, our injury report presented by DJC Law. Get your justice. Visit DJC Law at texasjustice.com. Keys to the game quickly before we get on to break. Get back in time for starting lineups in the kickoff offense tonight. Troy, Jeff, likes to shorten the game by possession. Get first downs, move the ball, but run the clock. They don't necessarily huddle, but they don't necessarily hurry either. If you're Texas State, you got to maximize your possessions. You have to expect a lower than usual number of plays in the game. You got to maximize your possessions. You got to find points.
I call it extending drives.
Yeah.
You can't go 3 and out. You can't give the ball back over, and you've got to, gain some first downs, extend the drives. When you get in the red zone, you got to have touchdowns. I don't think field goals are going to do it here tonight.
Yeah, right.
So get in the end zone, score some touchdowns.
Turnovers. We talked about this earlier. Troy got its first turnover of the season against ULM. Now, teams are so good, they average such a high number of turnovers. Any average has high points, low points. They've obviously been at a low point. You hope the high point's still another week away. You got to protect the football if you're the Cats here.
Well, you sure do. I mean, I put down no clean game. They always call it a clean game. Protect the ball. It's ball protection. And whether or not you're the quarterback, if you're McLeod back there in the pocket, know if you need to just give it up, throw it out of bounds. Don't try to force something. Again, play the next play, extend drives.
You made this point earlier, penalties. Both teams now had bad days in the penalty department last week. Troy, 10 penalties, 85 yards in that first half with ULM. When they were moving the ball a little bit, they hurt themselves with holding penalties. A little uncharacteristic. So both teams had bad days with it last week. And, if you're the Cats, it's critical to avoid penalties, yes, but avoid those penalties that think back to last week's Sam Houston game, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty down near the goal line turned a 4th down into a 1st and goal. Right. Sam Houston scored. Texas State with a 1st and goal at the 8. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty pushed him back to the 23. This was in the 4th quarter. He ultimately missed a field goal. Sam Houston went down, kicked the game-winning field goal off that possession. Not just the penalties, but the type and the time. You got to know where you are on the field. You got to know the situation if you're on the field.
Keeping your composure. There's pre-snap penalties, there's post-snap penalties. Those are post-snap penalties that you've got to keep your wits about yourself and execute. And you just can't do something stupid knowing that, you want to be aggressive, you want to play rough, you want to be tough, you want to be tough-minded. But being tough-minded means don't do stupid things that's going to cost your team.
Lastly, I've got finish. Last Saturday, Arizona State in game 3, Cats losses by 4 total points, 2 losses. The last 3 times versus Troy, Texas State's either led or it was a 1-point game in San Marcos last year in the 4th quarter. You got to figure out how to finish.
Finish. It's all about finishing. It doesn't matter if it's 1 point. Just come away with a W. And I expect nothing different than what we've had in the past in the history of these 2 teams meeting up. It's going to be a tight game here tonight.
Oh,
no matter what's going to be said about pregame or anything, or wherever the teams are, it's going to be a tough game.
Nothing about this matchup tonight says that either team is getting away from the other before the fourth quarter comes around.
Exactly. It'll take all 4 quarters and then maybe some an extra period.
Maybe. If overtime comes, we'll tackle that when we get there. All right, our final timeout coming up. Starting lineups, the kick from Troy coming up next on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, cats.
Hi there, this is Steve Eisen, founder of Texas Ranger Whiskey. Texas Ranger Whiskey is a blended whiskey made in the Texas Hill Country. It has hints of vanilla, caramel, nuts. Average age is 6 years on the blends. Texas Ranger Whiskey has a smooth finish and legendary taste. Try out new flavors, peach, peanut butter cup, and coconut pecan. Texas Ranger Whiskey, shot from the hip.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Take back Texas.
He's got a seam to the 10 to the 5. Cuts back into the middle. Touchdown. Bobcat handoff.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Standing up. Because at Texas State, habits reflect the mission.
25-yard line, 30 to the far side of the field, 40. Midfield down the far sideline. He beats the kicker. Did he stay in bounds? He's to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Bobcats. 97 yards, and the Bobcats answer right back. He's loose at the 30, to the 20, to the 10, being dragged down. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats!
Kickoff is just moments away on the Texas State Sports Network from Learfield. Today's game is brought to you by HEB. Here, everything's better. By Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, protecting Texans since 1952. And by Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, proud to be the official healthcare partner of Texas State Bobcat Athletics. Alongside Jeff Gandy, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Clint Shields.
Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium on this Thursday night in Troy, Alabama, as we get set for the Texas State Sun Belt Conference opener. Bobcats 2-2, Troy 1-4 on the year, and 0-1 in Sun Belt Conference play. Troy to the home sideline. Bobcats about to make their entry across the way. We'll get to the coin toss here coming up in a couple of minutes as well, but we'll start with today's starting lineups. Jordan McLeod gets the start for the Bobcats at quarterback. McLeod on the year, 1,141 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, threw for 326 yards a week ago in the loss to Sam Houston State. Ismail Mahdi, the start at tailback, 307 yards, only 1 touchdown on the year. He had 89 on 11 carries. 17 for 57 yards last week against Sam Houston. Wideouts, Jaden Williams, Cole Wilson, Joey Hobart, Chris Dawn Jr. Connor Fox gets the start at tight end. Across the front, Nash Jones, Dorian Strawn, Chase Todd, the center, Talik Lockett at right guard, and Alex Harkey gets the start at right tackle for the Bobcats.
For your Troy Trojans on defense, they start up with the 2 big guys up in the middle. Luis Medina and Cam Curry are your inside tackles. At the defensive end is Raymond Cutts. He'll you'll see him all over the field. Your bandit linebacker, that multi-utility player, is Phillip Lee, number 1. The heart and soul of this defense are the 2 inside linebackers, Brendan Jackson, Jordan Stringer, and they are the leading tacklers on this team thus far. Your corners are L.J. Green and Devonte Yancey. Your free safety is Connolly Goodley. Your spear or your nickelback is Devon Lafayette, and Justin Poe is your strong safety. And that's your defense for the Trojans.
Let's flip the page right quickly.
Yeah,
Troy has won the toss. They will receive the football. Troy doesn't win the toss. Most teams don't take the football. We got both tonight. They're now 2-4 in coin tosses this year and something like 10-24 in the last 3 seasons.
Man.
But we'll wait and see who's going to get the start at quarterback. Meanwhile, I expect Damien Taylor to get the start at running back. Landon Parker, Devonte Ross, Peyton Higgins at the wideout spot, Brody Dalton, the tight end, Elijah Prather, the left tackle, Zarian Hudson, the left guard, Eli Russ, the center, Daniel King, right guard, and Boaz Stanley at the right tackle position.
And I guess for the starting defense for your Bobcats, Terry Webb will be at your defensive tackle, Dominic Ratcliffe at the other side, Bryce Bass will be that edge rusher in placing of Ben Bell. Stephen Parker will be your another defensive end. Your 2 inside backers are Max Harris and Kenny Haynes. Corners are Josh Eaton and Chris Mills, and your safety is going to be Caleb Culp and Jordan Polk. And that's your starting lineup for the Bobcats on defense.
Brendan Frankie's got it teed. 35-yard line, kicking it right to left. It is high, it is deep, it is out the back of the end zone, and Troy's going to have it first down and 10, and its own 25-yard line. Frankie on the year coming in, 26, now 27 kickoffs. He's got 23 touchbacks on those 27 kickoffs, rolling at about 87% in the touchback category. So Troy tonight clad in the black on white. I think it's a silver number on that black. It is readable, thank goodness. Black helmets with a cardinal red stripe down the top and the cardinal T on either side. It is Tucker Kilcrease who will get the start at quarterback for Troy. First and 10, and he tosses, running right to the 25 and not much more. Bobcats a nice job to string it into the boundary. Bryce Bass in on the stop. I think Josh Eaton also there. And it'll be a short game. He's second down and long coming up.
Troy came out in 12 personnel. That's 2 tight ends and a running back. It's just a quick toss sweep that time to Taylor, and defended well on the edge by the Bobcats, but usually don't see 12 personnel on first down.
It was Damien Taylor on the carry. He's second down and about 8. Got a couple out to the 27-yard line, they'll say. Right side hash, moving left to right. Here's a handoff, fly sweep, running left. Turns the corner, 30, and ridden out of bounds into the Bobcat sideline. Short of the first down, I think. See where they're going to put it down. 33, I think, and then the ball carrier went down. 34, they're going to say. Ball carrier went down once past the Bobcats bench, and officials kind of vacated the spot and ran over there to make sure he wasn't either knocked down or nothing else happened, but I think he's up and okay. Mojo Dortch on the carry.
One of those other speed guys on that team. They want to get the ball in his hands as well.
It's his first of the year, 3rd and short. Handoff, Taylor to the middle. Not a lot, but he got enough. Across the 35 to the 36, it'll be a first down for Troy. That's what Troy wants to do. First downs, run that
move
clock.
the chains.
Again, no huddle, but they don't necessarily hurry either. Well, they sort of huddle.
They're huddling now.
Just underway, a minute and a half gone. Game's opening possession, Troy with a first down at its own 37-yard line. Trips to the right. Darius Jackson in at the safety spot for Bobby Crosby here. Kilcrease throwing middle. That ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage and goes high and incomplete. Kenny Haynes, I think, got a hand on it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Kenny Haynes got his hand right on it, just enough of it to deter this pass because he's Kilcrease was trying to hit Devonte Ross on a slant pass and in that zone, and he was wide open. So nice job of the linebacker getting his hand on that ball.
Think back to last week. Sam Houston's best play through the first half was that slant pattern. Yep. They threw it with some success. So 2 receivers left and 1 right this time. Man in motion, back through the formation to the right-hand side. Kilcrease play action, wants to throw, hit as he does. He's throwing deep and way overthrows his target. down the far sideline, left sideline. Tavian Coleman came free. Got there right as the ball was thrown.
Well,
I want to say maybe Bryce Bass, too.
Yeah, I think it was, but I was going to comment, Chris Mills had just man-to-man press coverage out there on the outside and did not let the receiver get off on a clean route, and that really slowed down his ability to get separation. Great coverage that time by Mills.
Parker Ross and Mojo Dortch, the wideouts here in a 3, now 4, now 5 wide receiver package. So running back split out as well. It's an empty set for Kilcrease. Bobcats adjust, playing the 2-deep safety look right now. Kilcrease to throw, time in the pocket, now leaves pocket, rolling left, he's grabbed it, he's sacked back inside the 25. He's a little slow to get up. Remember, he's got a tender ankle, and he comes up hopping a little bit as the Bobcats get back there and get him for the big loss. It'll be 4th down.
Corner blitz by Josh Eaton caused the first set of havoc, and then the rest of the Bobcats were all over it. Nice job by the Bobcats getting pressure back in the backfield. Again, another sack stat for this Bobcat defense, and it came on a good time.
Khalil Alexander ultimately started the bring down process, and then Jolason Landry got there and finished it up, punting Troy. Fair catch, Cole Wilson, and he makes it at the 33-yard line in Bobcat territory.
Good job by the defense. The Troy offense did get a first down, but then that next set of downs, nice pressure on the backfield on the quarterback, and again it caused that pressure. And I don't think Kiltroy is going to be a good enough passer to be able to get back there and stay in the pocket.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He doesn't have the mobility with his sore ankle either.
We'll see how that plays out, because right there, as I mentioned, got wrapped up by the legs, and that's never good for a guy nursing a sore ankle. Came up hopping a little bit. So the Cats from their own 33. Moving right to left, Mahdi will leave the backfield and line up wide out right. So it's an empty set for Jordan McLeod to start. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Snap is back, wants to throw quickly, not there. Pump fakes, still in the pocket. Now leaves left. He can run. He will run it out of bounds. Nothing there. Wanted something quick and short, wasn't there, and ultimately runs out of bounds with a loss of 1, maybe 2. So it'll be I guess a team sack for Troy to open it up at 2nd and 12.
But Troy did not have like a run blitz like they typically would on first down. They really covered itself in zone, and McLeod didn't have anywhere to throw a ball.
Now he throws deep out. Caught Jaden Williams, 40, needs the 43, got it. First down, 45, and pushes ahead to the 46, 47. They gave him a big cushion out there. Jordan McLeod took advantage of it right on the money.
Yeah, it was a hard pass, too. He threw from one side of the hash marks all the way to the other sideline, wide side of the field. That's a tough pass.
So 1st and 10, Cats first down of the night. At their own 47, again moving right left. Mahdi, handoff, starts left, now cuts back toward the middle. He'll cross midfield, 48. Maybe just inside the 48. See where they're going to mark him down. He's going to get 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Well, Clint, I think it's going to be critical that the Bobcats establish their running game in tonight's game. They got to be able to run the football.
2nd and 4. They're going to give him 6 there. Trips right this time. Single receiver left. 2 deep safety look for Troy. It's Mahdi again. Nothing middle. Bounces left. Inside the 45. He's very close to the first down. Think he's got it. Down to the 43. He will. So Mahdi, couple of carries. Picks up the needed 10 yards for the first down, and the Cats have their 2nd first down.
Yeah, good vision. He sees the whole field, and he saw it open on the left-hand side and bounced it back out for a first down.
Nice job by that left-hand side of the line as well. Nash Jones, Dorian Strong to collapse it down. 1st and 10. Troy 43, blitz coming. McLeod pressured out of the backfield. He got away.
Oh, he's wide open.
35, 45, 40, 35, 30, far side, 25, and steps out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. They just brought basically a house blitz. McLeod got away, and once he did, there was no one on the far side of the field.
First down, they're going to bring the pressure, and there's really no reason why McLeod should have gotten out of that, but he did. And with his speed, he's really kind of shifty in his speed work and his feet work. And he saw just nothing but daylight around the right-hand side and picks up a big first down.
Finally run out of bounds by Brendan Jackson. Cats will go 4 wide, 2 on either side. Mahdi to the right of McLeod. Wants to throw. Looking middle. Throwing middle toward the end zone. The ball's almost intercepted, but there's a flag down, and there should be. As Hobart got run through at the 3. There is a flag down. This should be pass interference on Troy.
Well, McLeod hold on to the football just long enough to get Hobart that cut on the dig route. But you're right, the defender ran over his back. This will be interference.
Scott Broadway, we'll say hello to him tonight. For the first time, it is against number 39, Ian Connerly Goodley, the free safety. Junior out of Covington High School, transfer from southeastern Louisiana. This will push the ball down to the 7 and a 1st and goal for the Cats. Their opening possession of the night. Trips left, Mahdi to the left of McLeod in the backfield. Snap is back, McLeod thinking about running, he will. To the 5, kind of spins his way inside the 5 and pushes backwards down to the 1. Yeah, they're going to call it the 2, so he got 5. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Not so sure if that was called or just kind of he saw it open and just decided to take it. I don't know.
Mahdi left this time. Tight receivers. Mahdi up the middle, pushing for the goal line. I think he's in. He is. Touchdown Bobcats as Ismail Mahdi gets in for the 2nd time this season. Cats get the ball after giving up a 1st down to Troy on the game's opening possession, and they punch it in for the 2nd straight week, 3rd time in 5 games they score on their opening possession.
Boy, Clint, nice push by Nash Jones and Dorian Strong on that left-hand side, and it was 2nd effort by Mahdi to get himself in the end zone as well. Mahdi got hit in the backfield, but on the point of contact, he was able to spin off, and that 2nd effort got him into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, here is Mason Shipley on for the point after. Kicking it into the Trojan eyes on the giant video board, right behind the goalposts. It's up and through, and it's 7-0 Texas State with 9:35 to play in the opening period. So the Bobcats get the start they wanted and needed. A stop on defense, 7 points on offense. They've got the lead here at the 9:35 mark. We'll keep it here during the break and kind of reset and catch you up here. Troy with a 1st down, as I mentioned. Bobcats overcame a sack, a loss on the first play from scrimmage, and then go, 7 plays total. So after that, 6 plays to cover 66 yards.
Oh, that's how you respond. I tell you, responding from last week's loss to Sam Houston on the road on a short week, your opening defensive series, outstanding. You cause them to punt. You get good field position out of it. Your offense gets on the field, picks up some critical 1st downs, gets in the end zone. That's responding.
Now, we're a long way, obviously, from starting to talk about finishing, right? You're not going to say, okay, now finish when you got 54 minutes of football left, yeah? But if you were worried about a hangover start here for the Bobcats, they put that to bed here pretty quickly.
And you know what? The offense and defense played pretty comfortable. They played within what they do. The offense brings pressure. That's what they do. And they play press man on the outside. That's what they did. Chris Mills did a great job on that one-on-one with the vertical down there along the sidelines. And the offense does what it does. It's going to throw the football, but it's also going to run the football.
I think Kilcrease is throwing on the sideline. I kind of been watching to see how that ankle is going to respond. He is throwing. Now, the guy he's throwing with is Matthew Caldwell, who's the backup tonight. And Caldwell is kind of sprinting around, throwing like we might see him at some point, because Kilcrease is just kind of standing and throwing. We'll keep an eye on that as the Cats get set to kick it off. Again, one of only a couple of games going tonight, so a whole lot of eyes in college football in what starts for you football fans, and this happens every year here lately, especially with a lot of conferences moves to Tuesday night games, Wednesday night games, Thursday night games. We got Friday night games tomorrow night. Combined with the NFL, today kicks off 55 straight days of football of some kind.
You have to be kidding.
55 straight days. Obviously, have college games coming on Sunday and not too many on Monday nights, but you got Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and then the NFL jumps in there on the others, including a Thursday here and there. That certainly envelops Thanksgiving in all of that. So, 55 straight days to come here of football.
Football overload. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
TCU hosting Houston. That's tomorrow night. There are some pretty good games tomorrow night. I'm not a giant fan, if I'm just being honest with you, of college football on a Friday night. But TCU hosting Houston. Kennesaw State hosts Jacksonville State. Syracuse at UNLV. Michigan State at Oregon in a classic Big Ten matchup tomorrow night. So some pretty good games. And, of course, Sam Houston UTEP coming up later tonight.
Yeah.
Brendan Frankie, a touchback on his first as Devonte Ross stands at the goal line. You want this ball nowhere near
him.
Ross.
You don't want his hands on the ball.
Frankie drives it high. Ross stands at the goal line and watches it sail. That lands a yard out the back of the end zone.
You just love it.
You do. I've talked about this for a couple of years. I wanted to see that addition back to the Cats roster, i.e. Jake Bates of a number of years. So Troy's got it for the second time. They'll start at their 25 for the second time. And it is Matthew Caldwell who is on at quarterback. Caldwell, former walk-on, has thrown for 269 on the year, a touchdown and an interception. Both of those came in the start at Iowa. So he is on here in relief of Tucker Kilcrease, who may have tweaked that ankle on that sack. Handoff, Caldwell, and Tavian Coleman is right there, and then there's a flag thrown after the play. I mean, Coleman grabbed Gerald Green as soon as he got the ball and slammed him to the turf.
I don't know what the flag's for.
I don't either, unless Caldwell somehow got hit, because now we've got a discussion amongst the officials.
Caldwell's the one who had the ball. That's a sack, or a tackle for loss, excuse me.
So he faked it to Green because
Parker was all over that.
I mean, unless they're going to try to flag Coleman for tackling the guy that he thought had the ball after the play fake, because he faked me out. We'll get a call here.
The replay doesn't.
There is no foul. There is no foul. Contact was primarily to the chest.
Okay.
No foul. There you go. Another tackle for loss for this Bobcat defense, who's starting out just really active.
So it's a loss all the way back to the 20. And shame on me for thinking Green had the ball. 1st and 15. 4 receivers set, 2 on either side. Caldwell to throw. Does throw. Quick slant. Caught Ross. Dropped it. That ball was stripped out of his hand by Jordan Polk as he went by. Cats are saying they picked up a fumble. I don't agree with that. That was kind of a bang-bang catch and poke free by Polk right there.
Well, Caldwell tried to sneak it right by Polk, and I don't know if he got a hand on it or just missed with the vision of Ross, but Ross could have had that.
As it is, it's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 15.
3rd and long.
Trips left. 2 receivers right. Empty set here for Caldwell. Caldwell has carried it 6 times for negative 18 yards, and now you got whistles and a timeout coming for Texas State.
Yeah, good call.
Texas State.
Definitely some confusion out there. The personnel they had on the field, and it was empty backfield. That was a good call. You don't want to give something up here because you're going to get good field position.
Be a 30-second timeout for the Bobcats. Comes at the 9:08 mark. Still trying to figure out my ref mic here. He's echoing out of the crowd mic, obviously, but he's very, very low. Just in the main feed, so we'll try and make Scott Broadway sound a little bit better as we go here. Hopefully don't hear from him too much.
I was about to say, you really want to listen to the referee?
All right if he checks in every now and then, say hello. How's it going up there?
How's it going?
3rd and 15 from the 20 for Troy. Second possession for the Trojans. Cats leading 7-0.
A little confusion out there in that last formation. The best just take a timeout. You don't want to give up something easy for a first down. You want to get the ball back in your offense in good field position here.
Trojans will flip-flop it here. Trips right now, 2 receivers left. Again, an empty backfield for Caldwell. 4-man rush, now a 3-man rush. Quick slant, it's thrown, it's caught. 30, spun around by Polk, trying to get away and can't. Thought for a moment Zariah Beeson might get away, but didn't. He's out to the 27, they're going to say. It'll be 4th down and a bunch.
Well, it's that slant pattern again. We're going in 4 quarters zone, and there's some soft areas in between the linebackers and the safeties, and they're able to complete the pass, but as a good defense comes up and just makes the tackle short of the move the sticks.
Yeah, there's going to be space in there certainly on a 3rd and 15. I think you're going to give that up, the 5-yard completion,
right.
But then you got to close and you got to tackle, and they do it again. So punting, high, spiral, turns over. Another nice one here by Robert Cole Wilson. Fair catch, and he's got it at the 27, 28, they're going to say. So the Cats are going to have it there, 1st down and 10 once again. Another nice punt. Cats with a 7-0 lead and the ball back at their own 28-yard line. We got a timeout on the field, 1st quarter. 8:24 to play. We're back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
The Eat 'em Up radio show with G.J. Kinney can be heard live at Chimmy's on the Square Monday nights of every game week starting at 6 o'clock. Join Brant Freeman and me along with Bobcat coaches and players from football, as well as other Bobcat athletic programs, other special guests as well throughout the 2024 season. If you cannot make it in person, you can listen live or on demand with the Varsity Network app. It's available for Android and iPhone in the App Store. Clint Shields and Jeff Gandy with you. Osmara Valles back at the KTSW studios tonight. 7-0 Texas State as we get back to play here in another 45 seconds or so. Bobcats with a 7-0 lead. Jordan McLeod, 1 for 1 on that opening drive. We kind of let that go by. Cats go 66 yards, in 7 plays to the score. McLeod 25 on the ground. Ismail Mahdi 11 on the ground, including the touchdown run. So Cats did the majority of that work on the ground. The big play,
just what we wanted to see.
Yeah,
run the football. Get that running game going. It really opens up your passing game then.
So the Cats offense set from their own 28, moving right to left. And they'll start at the right side hash mark. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cole Wilson is on the left. Tight end Fox H-back left. Here comes Hobart in motion across the formation, and he'll stack up behind Wilson left side. They'll throw it his way. Quick flanker screen. Cuts inside 29, 30 maybe. Short gain. It'll be a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Yeah, Hobart's one of those characters that you want the ball in his hands as well, and get him out there on the perimeter like that. Usually he can make something happen. Pretty well defended, though, that time by the Trojan defense.
It is, and now you got a Trojan player just sat down at the 33-yard line. Don't mean to chuckle, but I was looking right at him as it happened, right as the Bobcats were getting ready to snap it. So we'll have a stoppage here as trainers will come out and tend to the injured Trojan. 2nd down and 8 coming. And that play, whether you like an offense going laterally or not, early in the game, it's almost kind of a sniff it out, kind of call. Let's see what's happening out there.
You're kind of stretching out the defense and seeing how they're going to adjust and play that kind of formation and that kind of play. They can come back to it. I mean, it is a good, safe throw. It's an easy play to be able to make something out. Get it in your playmakers' hands. Let them make a play, a big play, an explosive play. But the ground and pound between the tackles and that gap scheme that the Bobcats run in the rushing game, that's what you got. That's the meat and potatoes. You got to keep doing that.
Cats with that opening possession touchdown here. Troy, for the season, on drives in which they don't surrender a big play. Big play in this case, 12 yards or more on the run, 15 or more through the air. They've ended in points only 2 of 25 times. So when they don't give up the big play, they're tough to drive and maintain the drive and score. Texas State coming in, 22 run plays, 26 pass plays of 10 or more yards, and they added a couple more on that possession. Mahdi will leave the backfield on 2nd and 8. McLeod, quick slant left side to Cole Wilson. Caught at the 35. He stretches ahead to the 36. He'll be short of the 1st down by a couple of yards, and it's 3rd down and 2.
Staying in at 11 personnel. That means Connor Fox is on the field at tight end. We'll see where he lines up.
He'll line up H-back left to start. Wilson split out wide left. 2 receivers wide right. Stacked over there, that's Williams and Hobart. Mahdi to the left of McLeod, and they'll go man coverage on those 2 receivers way out wide, 3rd down and 2. Hobart in motion back towards the formation.
No safeties. No
McLeod
safeties.
Wants to throw, steps up, throws middle, threw it too low. On the run and kind of throwing across his body, and he skipped it into Hobart. Found a little seam, and for the moment looked like he might have some room to run, pick up the 1st down. Chose to throw it instead, but he threw it low, and it will be 4th down.
Again, Troy bringing everybody in the kitchen sink after McLeod, and McLeod was able to escape the initial rush, and he was throwing to his right. He was rolling to his right, throwing across his body, but he did have Hobart breaking across the middle, wide open if he could have connected with it.
Lars Rao will punt. Punted twice last week against Sam Houston for a 37.5 average. He'll get this one away from the 25 and does. High spiral. Won't turn over, but it hangs in the air and it forces the fair catch at a Devonte Ross, which he makes right in front of the long snapper, John Erline, inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line.
Interesting, that last set of downs or plays for the Bobcats, they didn't run the football. And 3 straight passes, then you punt the ball away. Again, kind of testing to see what I think the Trojan defense, how they're going to line up. Therefore, they can make some adjustments themselves the next time they had the football. And I think we'll see more of the run game.
Well, Tucker Kilcrease is back at quarterback here after Matthew Caldwell had the 2nd series. He'll start with 3 receivers to his left and Taylor in the backfield with him. He'll hand it to Taylor. Cuts back, found a seam. 35, 40, midfield, 50, rolled down by Caleb Culp as he got to the 49 in Bobcat territory. That's just a nice cutback and found a little seam.
Yeah, nice counter play in gap schemes. He counter back that time to Taylor, and he found the opening on the right-hand side. The backside linebacker's got to step up and fill that hole, and he kind of hesitated on it, and there was enough hole for Taylor to be able to make it.
2 receivers will go left. Tight end left or tight end right this time. There's Ross in motion right side to left side for the Trojans. He'll set up a trips on the left. Again, Taylor picking his way through. Gets to the 45 and he's pushed ahead on the tackle down to the 43-yard line. So he got 6 more there. It'll be 2nd down and 4 with Kilcrease in the game and that ankle. Boy, you're tempted as a defender to just let him go. Let's see how much you can run here.
Well, 2nd down and about 5 or 6. Interesting call here what they're going to do on offense.
He's got 125 yards rushing coming in. So he certainly is the runner of the quarterbacks. Here's a fumble on the run by Kilcrease. It's knocked ahead inside the 40, and the Bobcats have fallen on it. Kilcrease faked it on the fly sweep to Devonte Ross. I just talked about it, and Darius Jackson comes out of the pile with the football as the Cats have forced a turnover.
First down.
They ran that jet sweep to with Mojo Dortch in the first series, and it went for almost a 1st down. They come back to it with Devonte Ross, but this time the quarterback Kilcrease just pulls the ball and tries to run right off the guard. But I can't tell whose hand got in there and really popped it out, but the ball went scooting forward, and the Bobcats recovered it for a turnover.
It was
replay didn't show it.
Darius Jackson who came up with the recovery. We'll take a look. Stat page get you who forced the fumble in a moment. Here is Burgess into the game for the first time. He breaks a couple of tackles, crosses the 40, and still pushing his way out near the 43-yard line. Torrance Burgess, we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, but in spot duty, and he rips off about 8 there. It'll be 2nd and short.
Isn't it beautiful? Now it's 2nd and short, and there's a lot you can do with 2nd and short. And they ran the ball on 1st down.
Burgess didn't have a carry. Not sure we saw him at all against Sam Houston a week ago. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Burgess again patiently picking his way. Cuts back at the 45 at midfield. He's got the 1st down. Slammed to the turf there, but he got another 7. That'll be a 1st down for the Bobcats, their 5th of the day.
Good job by Taylor Lockett, who basically was pulling on this counter trap to Burgess, and it really opened up the hole nicely for Burgess.
1st and 10. Burgess again. This time he's stacked up and pushed backwards. Still fighting and manages to get back towards the 49. He's going to lose a yard. He's second down at 11. It was James Neal who was credited with forcing that fumble that set the Cats up here on the possession. Now tried to turn the turnover into some points. Two receivers left, Wilson, Hobart. They'll stack way wide left. Jaden Williams by himself right side. Burgess in the backfield with McLeod. Cats looking at a second down and 11 right in the middle of the field at their own 49-yard line. McLeod, four-man rush, throwing deep in, caught Jaden Williams at the 35. Goes up high to get it. He's got a first down at the 34. That'll be a gain of 17 at a first down.
Beautifully played. Beautiful job by Williams, banking that deep, kind of that crossing around from the outside Z position. He beat Trent Henry, number 12, the cornerback, and that's just really good execution right there.
I'm okay with education, too.
And the educational part about first down. Yeah.
Here is Hobart. Wilson wide left. Williams again wide right. McLeod looking that way again. Throwing deep out. High. And Williams goes up and pulls it down one-handed. Inside the 25 at the 23. Another first down.
Williams had that cornerback Trent Henry turn completely around. He acted as though he's going to go on a vertical route. Planted it. Came back on a go. And made a one-handed reception right along the sidelines for a first down.
Just went up and pulled it down. First and 10 Cats at the Troy 23. Receivers two left. Hobart in motion left to right now. Williams already on that right side. Here's Burgess on a direct snap. Little seam up the middle. 20, 15, and close to another first down. Actually, they kind of snapped that to him almost in a wildcat look, and then he faked a toss to McLeod and kept it up the middle.
Another player down.
Troy Trojan down at about the 13. That's 9 more on the play for Burgess there.
Please reset the game clock to 2:58. 2:58 on the game clock, please.
2:58 as you hear it left in the first quarter. The Cats with a 7-0 lead, and
Burgess on four carries. He's already got 22 yards.
Indeed, a really nice job right there to find a little seam and just kind of jitterbug his way through, and he winds up with 9 yards.
That counter dive is really interesting because you've got a pulling guard and you've got a slice block by the tight end going cross ball, and then you can pick your hole. You can go to the left where it seems like everything's going, or you can come back counter back wise if it's not being covered, and that's why you have two different options. And that time Burgess cut it back and it was wide open.
While they tend to an injured Troy player, we've got a timeout on the field. It's 7-0 Texas State. We're back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Hi there, this is Steve Eisen, founder of Rebecca Creek Distillery. We built the first distillery in the South in 100 years since Prohibition right here in San Antonio. We are located at 281 and Bulverde Road. We are open Wednesday through Sundays with live music, barbecue, dog park, and tours every hour. Come check out our new sports bar and watch the game. At Rebecca Creek Distillery, come taste Rebecca Creek Whiskey, Texas Ranger Whiskey and flavors, and Enchanted Rock Vodka and flavors. From all of us here at Rebecca Creek Distillery, please sip responsibly.
We are back in Troy, Alabama. Timeout below continues. It was Rondell Carter, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, who was down after the play. Training staff attended to him, left the field under his own power. I do not see the medical tents standing up on the sideline, so
that's good.
In fact, now that I look, I don't see one either on the Troy sideline. Doesn't mean there's not one. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's deflated. Current third possession for the offense, the Bobcat offense. Currently 6 plays, 50 yards, 22 yards on the ground and 28 yards in the air. Wow, can you get any more balance than that?
Yeah, indeed. Cats on the game, 58 on the ground, 51 through the air. McLeod 5 of 6 for the 51. Ismail Mahdi's got the only touchdown. Came on the opening possession for the Bobcats, their third touchdown on an opening drive this year in 5 games.
How about Burgess, though, the explosiveness? I mean, he's low, he's powerful, he's got those big legs, and I mean, once he gets that crease, he goes.
Where's that 22? Ismail Mahdi, the 21.
Yep.
Cats are huddled up. Again, Bobcats moving right to left here in this first quarter. Troy won the toss, took the ball. So the Cats will have it to start the second half, which doesn't happen often. Cats with 2 timeouts left. They burned one on a 3rd down and 15. Played defensively, in which they did force the punt. Got it back on this possession after causing the first turnover of the night. So they've got a 2nd down and 1 here from the Troy 14. Burgess stays in the game to the left of McLeod. Here's Williams in motion, right side, back tight to the formation. It's Burgess again, middle and slants left. He's got the first down, pushing his way and being pushed down to the 10. Getting some help. He's got 4 yards there and another first down, the 4th one for the Cats on the drive, and they're 8th overall.
Nothing fancy there, huh? Just a little zone blocking and dive on the left-hand side and pick up the first down.
It's let's get 1 yard and then whatever else we can after that. Burgess will leave, and I think Hankins has just checked into the game. For him, it is Dion Hankins. The other half of the UTEP connection. He'll check into the right alongside Jordan McLeod. Receivers, there's 2 of them. 1 on either side means 2 tight ends are in the game. McLeod throwing back shoulder, end zone. A lot of hand fighting going on. That ball's caught. Did he get a foot down to the end zone? Give me a signal. Somebody.
No one's signaled.
No signal yet. We still don't have a signal. Bobcats are celebrating as though it's a touchdown, and I guess we're going to have to call it touchdown Bobcats. There was no signal given on that far sideline. I believe it was Jaden Williams.
Here we go.
Making a circus catch over the top of a defender.
Oh, he did.
Most definitely. Pulled it in, and then that left foot came down.
We'd like to see the official there right on the play to get his hands up and say touchdown,
I'm
but
going to give him
no.
credit for being in position, but talk to us.
Yeah.
So Williams with the touchdown catch. And it's Mason Shipley on to try the point after. Ryan Nunez to hold, kick in the air, good.
Kick is good. Your score, Troy, 0.
And it's 14-0 Texas State as the Cats cash in the fumble, taking 66 yards for the score.
Yeah.
Not the fumble, but the drive.
I think it was supposed to have been a back shoulder pass by McLeod. It landed a little short, but Williams doing an acrobatic job of just being able to catch the ball, high point the ball, and bring it down with one arm. Touchdown, Bobcats. And again, Williams is really the last few games have really been shining. I mean, they can rely on him catching the ball. Get the ball anywhere around him, he's going to catch it.
Went up and pulled that one down right over the top of a defender.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that back shoulder was a little short, but Williams can make it happen.
Yeah, it was a little flatter than most of your back shoulder throws. It was kind of thrown right at the defender's head. Williams picked it off the top. Here is Frankie to kick it away. He's 2 for 2 on touchbacks. Devonte Ross waits at the goal line. This might be returnable. It's high, middle of the field. Here is Ross from the goal line, right in the middle. Starts left, and the Cats have him bottled up. He got to the 20. Cats a nice job to stay in their lanes and really didn't give him any options. And he'll start right there at the 20-yard line, will the Trojans.
And we'll see who comes out at quarterback. And it looks like it's Matthew Caldwell again.
It is Caldwell.
Yeah.
So Kilcrease series 1 and 3. Caldwell.
2 and now 4.
2 and now 4, yeah. 1 for 2 is Caldwell through the air for 9 yards. He was thrown for a 6-yard loss on a sack. Bobcats have 2 sacks already on the night. Receivers left or right, there's 2 of them. He'll hand it away to the middle, not much there. There is Stephen Parker in to clean things up after it was stacked up in the middle. Nice job to keep the feet moving by Damien Taylor. He actually pushes ahead for 3 yards to the 23, but it'll be 2nd and 7.
Pretty good job by the interior of the Bobcat defensive line by not giving up their gap and really plugging it up and making it tough for the running backs there for Troy to try to find a crease somewhere, and there's nothing hardly there.
You got Terry Webb and Tumisi Adeli in that interior right now in this rotation. Stephen Parker on one edge. I think Bryce Bass on the other. Blitz coming for the Cats on second down. Caldwell throwing. It's caught. 30. Be a first down as Caldwell got drilled right as he let the football go, and he's a little slow to get up.
Somebody went airborne. Yeah.
I think it was Stephen Parker from this near side defensive end, just went right around the right tackle, and as Caldwell let it go, got him right in the ribs. Check that. It is not Caldwell. It is an offensive lineman that got pushed back there. It's Boaz Stanley, the right tackle, who I think Parker may have just run through to get to Caldwell. Stanley,
well, we had to see that.
6'4", 310 sophomore out of Bogart, Georgia. At that right tackle spot.
Transfer from Georgia Military College.
All-American at the while playing there at Georgia Military. Down on his back and now sitting up back inside the 20. So training staff on to attend to him.
If you don't get to the quarterback, you have to disrupt the receiver, and Caldwell was able to hold in there long enough and tough enough to be able to deliver the pass for a catch. And you gotta if you're one-on-one out there on the outside, you got to make sure you stick to them like glue, because if you don't get to the quarterback, it's going to be those slants are going to be open all night.
Zariah Beeson makes the catch. He's got the only 2 completed passes tonight for Troy for 19 yards. They pick up the first down. That's the third of the night for the Trojans. So Caldwell back, working from kind of a pistol set, and he's got a tailback behind him and 2 backs, one on either side. Play fake, throwing quick slant out in front of Devonte Ross. That's through some hands and into some traffic. Troy sideline wants a defensive holding call on this near side. They're not going to get it. It'll be second down.
Thought the right hand got a hold of the jersey. Maybe he did just a slight bit, but not enough to deter the route. So no call.
Troy will go trips right this time. Beeson, Peyton Higgins, and Ross lined up in a tight formation on the right-hand side. Taylor in the backfield along with Caldwell, 2nd and 10 Troy. Caldwell, play action, quick throw out, and it is sniffed out and thrown down for a loss. Higgins makes the catch at the 30, and he's dumped right there. It's a loss of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 13.
Boy, that's Justin Harris, the transfer from Cincinnati, coming up and just reading that from the very snap of the football. Beats the block and makes the tackle for a loss.
1, the recognition, and 2, the toughness to get through the block, and he is all over Higgins as he caught it. 3rd and 13. Troy from its 30. The trips will go left this time and stay tight together. 1, 2, 3, 4 across the front for the Cats here. Now Bass peels back to cover. Caldwell to throw. Stepped up, almost got away, and then he's sacked. May have lost the ball. He did. It's picked up by an offensive lineman back inside the 30. He is then tackled. It's going to be a sack, a fumble, and a loss all the way back to the 27. And the Cats defense right now is dominating the line of scrimmage.
They're just teeing off on them. I mean, it really is.
Well, I'd like to see that play again, because whoever got the sack there caused the fumble, then got up and tackled the new ball carrier. That's supreme effort right there to get the sack, cause the fumble, and then keep going.
I tell you.
We'll sort out who that was here.
As soon as that ball hits the carpet, though, you're scrambling to try to pick it up yourself. And you see someone else pick it up, you're at least making the tackle.
Second fumble of the night for Troy. They hang on to this one, though, but we're going to go to the second quarter with the Cats leading at 14-0. 15 minutes in the books. We're back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hi, this is Fox San Antonio's Chuck Picatinny, and I'm News 4's Don Harris. One of the best things about our jobs is calling the games on Taco Cabana's Thursday Night Lights, every Thursday on CW35. Goes right and then takes it right back up the middle and looking to finish the run. Firing. Got it. Caught! If you're interested in video production, journalism, or covering sports for a living, our stations have job opportunities you might want to check out. To see the possibilities, go to foxsanantonio.com/careers.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium in Troy, Alabama. After the first quarter, your Bobcats are up 14-0 on the Troy Trojans. This first quarter summary is brought to you by Christus Santa Rosa Hospital of San Marcos. Your first quarter stats look like the Bobcats are all over the Trojans. 123 yards of offense, 61 in the air, 62 on the ground. Total of 18 plays that first quarter. Your Jordan McLeod is 6 for 7 for 61 yards, 1 touchdown. Burgess 5 carries for 26 yards. McLeod 3 carries for 25. Mahdi 3 carries for 11 yards. In the air, 3 different receivers have made catches. Williams 4 for 53 yards, 1 touchdown. Wilson 1 for 6, and Holbert 1 for 2 yards. For the Troy Trojans, they have 42 yards total the first quarter, 19 in the air, 23 on the ground. Caldwell has gone mostly for the quarterback for Troy. 2 for 4 for 19 yards in the air. On the ground, 5 carries for Taylor, 35 yards. And Higgins 1 carry for 3 yards. In the air, Beeson 2 receptions for 19 yards. Not a whole lot of offense, but a nice looking job on the score. 14-0 for the Bobcats. And that's your first quarter summary. And it's brought to you by the Christus Santa Rosa Hospital of San Marcos. They're proud to be the official healthcare partner of the Texas State Athletics.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Here we go. Second quarter. Cats are going to get it back on the punt here on third down at about 16 for Troy. As Cole Wilson waits, another high spiral, turns over. What great job of punting tonight by Robert Cole. Came in averaging 39.7 and booms another one there. Wilson's going to have to make a fair catch and does right about the 30-yard line in Bobcat territory. They'll go left to right now in the second quarter. So the Bobcats scored on their opening possession, scored on their third possession. They've got it back with a 14-0 lead. Jordan McLeod. Mahdi is back with him in the backfield here. 2 receivers on either side for the Cats to open. Man in motion, Chris Don Jr. left side, right side. It's a handoff coming right. Crossing the 30, stretching out towards the 33-yard line, couple of yards. He's second down and 7 or 8.
Looked like almost like a zone read. Zone read that last play. Zone blocking up front, running to Mahdi on the right-hand side of the line of scrimmage.
Receivers will go left, 3 of them now. Single receiver right. There's McLeod. Plenty of time on the play clock. He's got Mahdi standing to his right. 4-man front for the Trojans. They'll bring 4. McLeod stands in, pump fakes, fires deep middle. Jaden Williams makes the catch, hit hard, but he hangs on in Troy territory right at the 47. Went up high, took a shoulder to the arms, and hangs on for the catch.
You see how McLeod had plenty of time in the pocket to read his progressions. Look, left, came back to the right. Made a nice, well executed.
Comes out throwing again, does McLeod. Throws left side. Cole Wilson makes the catch. He shoved that out of bounds inside the 35. That should be another first down. Cats had it first and 10 at the 47. That'll get it down to the, well, they're going to say the 35. I thought he was further than that, but he got 12. First and 10. Trips right this time. Single high safety here for Troy. They may come with a little pressure here. 3 down, 1 standing on the edge, and a linebacker creeping up. Now with 15 on the play clock, McLeod with a little bit of a change at the line. Steps up in the pocket, pump fakes, tries to throw, ball batted up in the air, could be intercepted, it is. That ball was hit at the line of scrimmage. McLeod pump fake, pulled it down, then he tried to go deep over the middle, and he got hit, and the ball got I think it bounced off the defender's head.
It did.
Went straight up in the air, and it was intercepted by Troy.
Well, Troy brought the pressure from the outside corner blitz, and of course Mahdi picked up the blitzer, but they also brought a linebacker, and there's just too many defenders, not enough blockers, and Jordan McLeod stayed long enough as he could in the pocket. He pump faked once, and when about the time he was getting ready to cock and delivered it a second time, it hit one of the players like in the hands or in a helmet, and it just ricocheted off, and one of the defensive linemen picked it off.
Anytime that ball goes airborne like that, it just sort of floats, it's bad news. It's Jordan Stringer who comes up with the interception. We'll see what Troy can do with this. First down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Empty backfield here as Gerald Green, the tailback, splits out wide left. It's a straight run by Kilcrease. Up the middle, Dominic Ratcliffe has him. He'll get out to the 38, give him 4 yards there to be second down and 6. So it's Kilcrease back at quarterback on this series.
Just when we thought that Kilcrease might be a little, limpy out there, he's just basically quarterback draw. I'm going to run with the football right up the middle.
Tice Contry checks in at one of the tight end spots. He'll line up to the right side of Kilcrease here. Green to the left. Snap back, Kilcrease pulls it down, throws it deep, caught 45 and spun down inside the Bobcat 45 near the 40. Big gainer there and a first down.
Play action pass. Everything looked like it was going to be run to the right, and basically Kilcrease comes back and hits Parker on a slant route, and it's a good passing catch and well executed that time by Troy.
Parker, the super senior, transfer out of Wofford, his 7th catch of the year, and it goes all the way down to the Bobcats 40-yard line, a gain of 22 and a first down. We'd like to have that turnover back. Cats with a 14-0 lead and on the move, and then turn it over on the batted ball interception. Play action by Kilcrease, throwing deep left. A lot of contact down there, and it's caught. There is a flag down at the 15. It's Landon Parker again, makes the catch down about the 10. If it's pass interference defense, it'll be declined. It'll be a first down Troy.
Well, I'll tell you what, give credit to Kilcrease. That was a beautifully thrown football on the back shoulder for Parker. Parker goes up high and just makes the reception. Parker, 6'3", 215-pound senior out of Wolford. He's a transfer from Wolford.
Pass interference. Number 16, defense. Penalty is declined. First down.
We whistle Dante Thompson for the pass interference. The pass completion, a gain of 33 down to the 7 and a first down and goal.
Yeah. That's good individual effort at that time by Landon Parker to go up high and get the football.
So Contry back in. The Cats substituted. Now they'll substitute again because Troy also substituted again.
They've got 2 tight ends and a fullback.
Kilcrease with all those tight ends in the backfield. He'll hand it away. This is Green, and he's wrapped up right as he got to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got anything.
Green on the carry.
Dominic Ratcliffe got him first.
Plays broken up by number 17, Dominic.
Well, you don't get to say 22 personnel very often in these days, but
I think it was like 31 personnel. There were like 3 tight ends running around in there.
Play. He's second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Cats have Tavian Coleman. I think Alex Merritt's also in the game. Now Coleman will leave as Troy substituted once again.
Green came in.
Cam Alexander's back there. Or Cam Washington, sorry. Kilcrease wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling right. Looking end zone, throwing end zone, caught. In the back of the end zone, touchdown. Bobcats' Chris Mills flashed right in front at the last second, trying to knock it away. Couldn't get there. Troy's on the board.
Well, Kilcrease is showing his athleticism on the rollout. Well, actually, he was flushed out of the pocket, and he rolls out to the right and delayed, and is able to hit his receiver on the back of the end zone. It was a good pass, good catch. And now you've got this Troy offense kind of getting a little spark, a little momentum back in their system, and they go down and actually get in the end zone.
I think it was Mojo Dortch who makes the catch for the touchdown. If that's right, and it is, it would be his first of the year. On to try the point after, Scott Taylor Renfro will set it down at about the 11. Snap is a little high. Renfro's kick is in the air. and it is good. So, complexion of the game changes rapidly with the Bobcats turnover, their first of the night, on the batted ball interception at the line of scrimmage. Troy able to put it in the end zone, and it's 14-7, Texas State on top. Timeout on the field. We're back in a moment on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hey, welcome back to Veterans Stadium in Troy, Alabama. The score is Texas State 14, Troy 7. Current drive for the scoring drive for the Troy Trojans was 5 plays, 66 yards, 2 minutes and 26 seconds, and they get on the scoreboard. And that's following after the turnover. So both teams have turned it over once. Both teams have scored off of it. So we're back to 0.
Points off turnovers.
It's always that way.
Often so big in the game of football. And each team, as Jeff mentioned, with a turnover. Each team with a touchdown off of the turnovers. Bobcats have actually forced 2 fumbles. They did not recover the second one, but have a fumble recovery. Troy, the interception that they turned into a touchdown.
Number 2 is now number 97.
Time quickly for our Bobcat flashback. This date in Bobcat football history, October 3rd, 1998. Cats on the road again that day in Carbondale, Illinois, against the Salukis of Southern Illinois. Came home with a 30-25 win under the leadership of Bob DeBessie. Cats are 4-3 all time on October the 3rd. Looking to make it 5-3. First played October the 3rd, 1941.
41.
I don't think that game was on TV.
But it wasn't played on Thursday night either.
Probably not. Against Shriner Institute.
No.
Yes. So, back deep, Cole Wilson to return. This kick is high, and it is about 5 yards deep, and it will stay right there. Wilson back there, I think, along with Ismail Mahdi. And it'll be Bobcats ball at his 25-yard line.
All right. 7-point cushion for the Bobcats, but it's kind of changed perspectives with how this game's kind of been flowing by now. The offense needs to do something with the football and get some more points for the Bobcats, because in the Sun Belt Conference, you never have enough points, obviously.
No, you don't. So, Cats are back at it here. McLeod at quarterback, a 2-receiver set here. As Mahdi gets the start, or gets the call in the backfield. Connor Fox, Joey Hobart's also out there, lined up in an H-back left, and now he'll split out wide left. They'll throw it to him, little flanker screen. Not much going on. He pushes ahead, actually, out across the 30. Did a nice job with the leg drive to get all the way out to the 32. He winds up getting 7 yards out of that.
Yeah, it's all his effort on Joey Hobart right there. Now you got second and short, and it really helps you offensively with your play call when you got second and short.
Same 2 receivers left. Jaden Williams by himself on this right side, near side. Handoff, Mahdi hits almost immediately and struggles his way maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Don't think he really got anything there. Maybe a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, counter as gap schemes and counter, and to pull in the offside guard, and the backside tackle just basically collapse back down and make the tackle in the backfield.
Jamal Williams, transfer out of Cincinnati, junior out of Carver Ranches, Florida, makes the stop there, and suddenly it's 3rd and 2. Cats need their 35 from the 33, moving left to right. Hobart in motion, left side to the right side. Handoff, Mahdi. not going to get there. Now he's being pushed, and he got real close. I mean, left foot, right foot deal is how it's going to wind up. He got a push from his offensive lineman. I do think he's about a width of a foot.
No,
it's short of the 35.
And here's one of those decisions that you made, like this vision of last week. Here we go.
And the punt team is coming on for the Bobcats here.
Yeah. Yeah, lesson learned from last week, right?
They won't risk it here on 4th down and about a football. From their own 35, Lars Rao with Devonte Ross. So playing with a little bit of fire even still. 3 returns on the year for Ross and a touchdown. Rao's punt is high, and he's hit pretty good. Fair catch called for at the 31. There are 2 flags down right where Rao got the kick away. Then you got some post-play shoving back behind the play. A Troy player getting into it with an offensive lineman for the Bobcats here. Even if this is the 5-yard running into the kicker, this should be a first down.
Yeah.
Troy's defense.
Personal foul.
Oh.
Roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker.
Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, he got popped pretty good.
Well, Troy trying to be a little. Here we go.
Look at it on the replay. Oh, yeah, most definitely. 18 dove into the legs of Rao while he was still in the kicking position. Wasn't even a running into him as he went by. He was airborne and went into his legs. So
that's a big break now for the Bobcats, that roughing the kicker. You don't want your kicker being hit, but it's a big break now for the Bobcats that they get it first down at midfield.
Yep, this will push it all the way to the 49. So 1st and 10 Cats from their own 49-yard line. It was Perry who picked up the penalty. Cats are set 1st and 10. New life after the penalty. McLeod,
he's wide open.
Wide open. Up, throws deep, got a man down there. Cut it to 10, to the 5, waltzing his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. It's Cole Wilson, and the Cats, almost like a sudden change turnover, take a deep shot and score.
Cole Wilson did a double move, and I tell you, he left the corner in the dust, and that's why he was so wide open. It was just a matter of McLeod have enough oomph on that football to hit Cole Wilson in stride for a touchdown.
And you say that right there, enough oomph. We've seen him come up short on a couple of deep balls last week when he had guys open. That ball right there thrown exactly where it needed to be for Wilson to go get it.
Yeah, Wilson had beaten Trent Henry, the cornerback, and it was a double move. It was beautifully run.
Mason Shipley for the point after. He guides it through, and it's 21-7. Texas State on top here. Again, given new life after the penalty. Not the same thing as a turnover, but it's one of those timely penalties like we talked about in the open. Not just the penalty, but what kind is it and what does it result in? In this case, it's a drive extender.
Exactly. They must have been listening to you and me during pregame. But what do you do on that first down after a situation like that? You go for the whole thing. And I tell you, Cole Wilson did a nice job. He was one-on-one with Henry on the outside, and I mean, it was a double move, and Henry thought he had stopped up, came back up, and when Wilson took off, there was like five-yard difference. It was beautifully run.
So the Cats put it in the end zone and a timeout on the field. 21-7 with 9:03 to play until halftime. Back in Troy, Alabama after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Welcome back to Veterans Stadium in Troy, Alabama. Bobcats get back on the scoreboard, 21-7. over Troy. 4 plays, 75 yards, quick hit. Only took them about a minute and 49 seconds, and the Bobcats get back in the end zone after the roughing the kicker penalty, extending the drive, getting the ball first down off the midfield, and McLeod hits Cole Wilson on a jet route, and it is in the end zone. Beautifully done.
Yeah, Cole Wilson, not one of those guys, if you're a defender, that you want to be reading the name on the back of his jersey, because it's probably just going to get smaller.
You know, you start looking at Cole Wilson, and you're looking at Jaden Williams, what he's been doing the last few games. He's averaging 13 and 3.3 yards per catch.
Yep.
And then you got Joey Holbert out there, too. I mean, you've got 3 or 4 wide receivers you've got to just keep your eye on this Bobcat offense.
Wilson's second touchdown of the year is Brendan Frankie, upset over his last kickoff, which only made it to the goal line. One hops this one off the back wall, and Troy will have it first down and 10 at the 25.
Man, you love to see that. And there's no wind. The way the stadium is kind of a bowl effect, so there's no wind down there at all. The flags are just limp. They're just horizontal with the uprights.
Devonte Ross there. It's like a center fielder or a left fielder when a home run ball is just, no doubt off the bat. I mean, he didn't even move because that one sailed over his head. So here comes Troy. 1st and 10. Put it in the end zone on their last possession with Hunter Kilcrease at quarterback. We'll see what they do here. 1st down and 10, 3 receivers. 2 left, 1 right. They'll move right to left. Man in motion across the formation is Higgins. They'll hand it off. This is Taylor around the left-hand side. Bounced his way out there. Still fighting. I'm waiting on a whistle, and there it is. Finally, I think they're saying he didn't go down on that initial contact at about the 32. He got to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 7. Kenny Haynes and company clean him up.
Yeah, Taylor kept his feet moving. He did not touch the ground. Give him credit. He was trying to fight for a couple more yards. Gave him a pretty generous spot, though, I noticed as well.
So call it the 28, then I call it the 33. I'm on the wrong side of the 30. 28. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Receivers, 2, 1 to either side. You got 2 tight ends in the backfield lined up either side of the quarterback and a tailback behind him. Kilcrease will give it away. Cats have this one sniffed out. Steven Parker's trying to rip the ball out. Taylor manages to push ahead to the 34. He got a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6. I just did it again. I want that to be the 33-yard line so bad. It's the 29, sorry, not the 34. Empty set. Troy trying to go quickly here. Kilcrease is set. Trips left, 2 right. Snap is back. Quick throw, left-hand side. Caught by Taylor. Cuts inside 30. He's going to get the first down. When he got past the first tackler, he was able to then get upfield and get the first down. Cats had him stopped. As it is, he got to the 36 first down. I'll go ahead and say it was a gang tackle, but right there at the end, a 12 flash by. Torrey Spears is on the field.
And it's the first time you saw Troy go up-tempo, too. And they hit Griffin out there on the flats. Taylor. It was a well-designed play.
Dante Thompson will check back in for Spears. Blitz coming this time. They pick it up. This is through the hands of Devonte Ross. Quick slant on the backside, and it was thrown high. Ross had to try and go up and get it. Chris Mills was there in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I like this 2nd and long effect right here. We'll see what they do. They're staying with their same personnel, so they're going to try to get more up-tempo and move the football, maybe do a little more passing.
It's Green in the backfield now with Kilcrease. He'll line up to his left. Trips right. Now he'll leave the backfield. Will Green and line up wide left. Empty set here for Kilcrease. 4-man front for the Bobcats. Kilcrease, he'll run it straight up the middle. Spinning his way forward to the 40. Give him 4, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Number 10, Tucker Kilcrease on the
Well,
carry.
they've run that now a couple, 2 or 3 times. Look for a setup.
Yep.
When he's going to come to the line of scrimmage, he's going to pop up and try to hit a quick pass somewhere or a quick slant, and it's going to be wide open. So got to be careful here.
Bobcats with some substitutions. I think Camden Grogan just checked back in. Now check that. That's 31, not 21. Bobcats in 31 tonight. That's Cameron Pearson is who that is. Out here on this near side, lined up against Landon Parker. Kilcrease looking right, throwing right, quick out. It's caught Devonte Ross. Jordan Polk's got him, but Ross is able to pull ahead for the first down. Polk trying to ride him down, but Ross able to pull him ahead outside the 45 to the 47. First down on a gain of 7.
It is good coverage. I mean, it's all you can do when you're got a guy that's going right out in the flats. If I can get it out of my mouth, and you get it to Ross's hands, he's going to make something out of it. It was a first down.
Josh Eaton back in. He'll split out at a corner spot on this right side of the formation. That's the left side for the offense. Devonte Ross will come out there. Tight ends, they'll go two left here. Single back right, that's Green. Kilcrease pulls it down, throws it. Play action, slant, caught, 40. Dragging Mills down inside the 40 to the 36 and a first down.
That's Parker again on that backside slant pass. They ran that play this last series when they scored. It's really designed really neat. You think you're running power to the left, and it's an RPO. And then all the Gilchrist has to do is just look backside on that slant pass, and he's just got to fire it in there like a bullet, and that's what he did. Parker makes it first down.
Peyton Higgins will check in at wide out for Troy. Caleb Culp defensively for the Bobcats. Receivers, 2 go right, 3 go right. Green lined up left of Kilcrease here. Tied into the left side as well. Kilcrease wanting to throw. In the pocket, steps up, dumps it. Caught. This is Higgins inside the 30. He's dragged down by Max Harris. As he gets close to the 26, that's going to be enough for a first down. A gain of 10 just on a little drag route across the middle late. Kilcrease, a nice job to step up in kind of a messy pocket and deliver.
I tell you what, Parker was about a half a step away from another sack, or at least knocking the ball out from the quarterback Kilcrease. And he was just a little bit too late, but give him credit. He stepped up in the pocket and made the pass.
4 first downs for Troy on the drive. They've got 9 for the ball game. Bryce Bass is down behind the play for the Bobcats, right where Kilcrease threw the football from. And so training staff will tend to him. 5:02 to play in the first half. It's 21-7 Bobcats. They have led throughout, led 14-0, had the ball, and were on the move in Troy territory at the 35 before a pass was batted up at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Troy took the ensuing possession, went 66 yards in 5 plays to get on the board. Cats answered right back, but now Troy back in Texas State territory at the 26-yard line. First down and 10, moving right to left.
Except moved a couple guys around with Bass out of the lineup. Can't tell if that's Devin Wright or
it's Khalil Alexander and Parker at the edges there.
Okay.
As Kilcrease is ready, he'll have 2 receivers, 1 to either side. He's got Green in the backfield. Play action, wanting to throw, being chased and sacked. Back outside the 30. I don't know if he really was trying to run or throw, but Stephen Parker ran him down from the backside. Check that, is that a 0-6? That's a 6. That's Jolason Landry is who that is.
Yeah, he ran him down from the backside.
Landry continues to have 2 big weeks now after the game at Sam Houston. Career high 6 tackles. Had a forced fumble a week ago. He's got the sack here all the way back at the 32. 2nd and 16. Trips right, including a number 58. And the Bobcats coaching staff, seeing that on the far side of the field, have called the timeout.
Trying to sneak one by, it looks like. I don't know, number 58.
Their second.
That's Elijah Prather, the starting left tackle, 6'4", 300 pounds. He was split out there in the slot formation. I think he wanted to go down and block somebody.
I think you had kind of a reverse ninja formation set up out there with a tackle lined up about 20 yards off the end of the line. We are right to the Bobcat coaching staff is in the booth immediately to our left, and as they ran that trip set out there and I saw big 58 on the move, I started hearing animated voices to my left through the glass here because they also saw it, and I think we're hollering in the headsets, we need a timeout here.
Let me tell you, that must be loud because we've got headsets are on and we're listening to the game. We've got the crowd and everybody. We can barely hear anything. If someone comes in our booth, we don't know if they're even behind us or not. And we could hear somebody next door. They were really screaming.
They were getting
That's how loud they were.
That guy was not supposed to be there.
No.
As it is, we got a timeout on the field. It's 21-7 Texas State. Troy looking at a 2nd down and about 15 or 16 coming up. We're back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hi there, this is Steve Eisen, founder of Rebecca Creek Whiskey. Rebecca Creek Whiskey is a blended whiskey made in the Texas Hill Country. It is made with rye, yellow corn, malted barley, 4 to 8 years on the average age of the blends. Rebecca Creek Whiskey is made with limestone filtered water. Try our award-winning whiskey. Rebecca Creek Whiskey, fine-tuned whiskey.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
A quick reminder, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance is offering you a chance to win a Bobcat Ultimate Tailgate Package. Text TX Farm to 83200 for your chance to win. That's TX Farm to 83200. You could win a Bobcat branded tent, cooler, chairs, and much more, all courtesy of Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of Texas State Athletics. 21-7 as we get set to get back to play here. Texas State on top of Troy with 4:10 to play in the half.
And look for number 1, Landon Parker. He's been their go-to guy this first half. He's got 3 receptions.
Parker split wide left, Devonte Ross right. You got 2 tight ends in the backfield along with Kilcrease. They're lined up either side of him and a tailback behind Kilcrease, kind of an inverted wishbone out of the shotgun. Kilcrease, play action. No, throws it off the back of Parker. Literally pulled it out. Is that whether that's an RPO or by design, I don't know, but he pulled it out and fired a dart and hit Parker, who was not looking for the ball.
Yeah, somebody thought it was RPO, and one of them did, and the other one did not, because Parker was looking really to go downfield and set up to block. He was not looking for the pass.
He had his eyes on the defender, looking to block, as you say, and all of a sudden the ball hit him right in the back and skittered away, and it's 3rd down at about 16. Troy can get a first down at about the 16. They've got it at the 32.
Yeah, Parker split on the wide side.
2 receivers over there on that right side. Now Green splits out wide left. Cats bringing a blitz. They come, may have been offside. I don't see a flag. Kilcrease knifes through. He's going to be brought down inside the 25. And it will be 4th down. It'll be short of the first down by about 6 or 7 yards. Josh Eaton came, I think, on a corner blitz, and I thought maybe he'd come across a little bit quick. Officials say no, and it's 4th down, and the field goal team's on.
Well, it's a safe call by Troy to just do a quarterback draw and just, let Kilcrease just pick up whatever he can. Try to get in field goal range. Now they're in definitely in field goal range.
41 yards going to be the try. Taylor Scott Renfro on the year, 6 of 7. He's 1 for 2 in the 40 to 49 category. Right to left, right side hash mark. Snap is back. It's a good one. Kick's got plenty of leg, and he knocks it through. So Taylor Scott Renfro ends the drive with some points. 3:17 to play, and it's 21-17 to the Bobcats with 1 timeout left and the 2-minute timeout, and getting the ball back to start the second half. It's an interesting next 3 minutes and 17 seconds, Jeff Gaines.
I just think it should go down and score before the end of the half. Get in the end zone and then get the ball the first and the second half.
That would
do it again.
Be about as well as it could be done here.
Trying to make it as easy as possible. That last drive for Troy went 12 plays, 52 yards, took 5 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. That's pretty typical what we thought was going to happen all night long. Kind of methodically go down there. But
for Texas State. Number 2 is now number 97.
Number 2 is number 97. Okay.
It's got to be Max Harris. I don't see Cole Wilson running around with a 97. Yes, you got Max Harris lined up at the 15-yard line, right in the middle, back there with Mahdi and Cole Wilson. He and Wilson both wear number 2, so he's wearing 97 here. So Troy getting ready to kick it away. And it is Patty McAteer who does the kicking, the kickoff, that is. He drives this one high and deep. And Mahdi will let it land behind him by a couple of yards. And it'll be first down and 10 Bobcats out at their 25-yard line.
3 minutes and 17 seconds. That's plenty of time for this Bobcat offense to get in the end zone. That's too much time. The way they're averaging
out of the end zone. You force the field goal, keep it at a 2-possession game here. So
credit to defense there.
McLeod and the offense will start with an empty backfield as Burgess in the game splits wide right. McLeod steps back, throws deep out left-hand side. He throws it over the top of Joey Hobart. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
McLeod's pass is incomplete.
Play that's had a lot of moving pieces and took a long time to develop, and there really was nothing there. I think McLeod just sort of sailed that one on purpose.
No, Troy's secondary did a pretty good job called mirrored man technique. Somebody gets in your zone, you lock up with them. Good job.
Trips right, and you may have man coverage on that Trips. Now Burgess in motion out of the backfield. Quick slant behind on the left-hand side. Wanted Cole Wilson. He threw it behind him, and man, just like that, it's 3rd down and 10, and if you're the catcher, you're in danger of going 3 and out and giving it right back. You come out and you throw incomplete passes on the first 2 downs. McLeod now 10 of 14 after the incompletion. 151 yards, 2 scores, and the interception. 3rd and 10. Here's Hobart. In and then out on the left-hand side. 3-man front. McLeod steps up in the pocket, fires, caught. Chris Dawn Jr. 35, 40. He's got the first down. That's a great job. And then there's a flag way behind the play. This came from our referee. I mean, the play's over when this flag came in. This is not roughing the passer. This is something happening after the play. The Cats are pointing the direction of the Black Cad Trojans.
Boy, you add some yardage to the end of that play.
After the play, personal foul, defense number 0, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Raymond Cutts, senior out of Orlando, Florida, transfer from Garden City Community College, started his career at Central Florida.
Game clock to 2:57 on the game clock, please.
Add that up with that roughing the punter penalty earlier. This is exactly what we talked about in the open. Not just the penalties, but the timeliness of it.
Yep. And fortunately, it's not happening to the Bobcats.
Exactly. So this will put it at the 45 on the Trojan side of midfield. Cats suddenly with a first down, 2:57 to play first half, leading 21-10. Moving left to right, McLeod hands it off. Big seam, Burgess, near side, 35-30. Dances past a tackler at the 30. He's inside the 30 to the 28 and a first down.
Well, they ran the ball on first down that time. It was zone blocking, and that backside was just wide open. No backside fill by the defense, and Burgess exploits it and picks up a big first down.
That was the defensive end, number 1, Philip Lee. Really kind of came hard around the edge, and Burgess ran right where he was. Not where he went to, but where he had been. There was nobody home. 1st and 10 at the 28. Clock running, 2:15. McLeod taking his time here. 2 receivers to his left. He's got one right. He'll want to throw. Blitz coming. He is throwing for the end zone. For Hobart. Turns around, makes the grab. He's on the ground in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Cats pick up the blitz. McLeod to Hobart. Burns it for 6.
Touchdown to number 10, Joey Hobart.
Slide protection to the left. Pick up the blitz on the right. McLeod has enough time to hit Joey Hobart on the back shoulder in the end zone for a touchdown. It's just well executed.
Indeed.
I mean, you can't describe it any better than that. It's just well executed.
Hobart, 2 receiving touchdowns a week ago against Sam Houston. His 3rd multi-TD game at Texas State, the 8th of his career, and he's got one tonight. Mason Shipley trying to run it out to a 28-10 game. They will review it with Hobart catching and falling down and whatnot. It's a scoring play, so they'll take a look, and we're good to go.
Boy, that big 3rd down conversion, how big was that?
Indeed,
now?
And,
wow.
And then the additional 15 that got tacked on. David Nunez to hold. Snaps a little low, but he's got it on the carpet. Mason Shipley bangs it through, and it's 28-10. Bobcats by 18. Well, 2:02 to play, so we're not even to the 2-minute timeout yet.
No, got 2 seconds. Well, that's taking advantage of the opportunities. This Bobcat team has done that. The only glitch so far the first half has been that interception that resulted in 7 points for Troy. But the Bobcats have been able to respond, and they've responded very positively. That I tell you what, when you can get a third down and 10 conversion to move the chains, that's so big, so big.
And historically, you find yourself 3rd and 10 against a Troy defense, warm up the punt team. You know, it's not going to go your way most times. Cats into the night converting 43.6% on third downs. They're only 1 of 3 tonight. That was their first third down conversion. They haven't had too many. So Brendan Frankie's got it teed. He'll kick it away left to right. Devonte Ross waits at the goal line. This one will reach 8 yards deep in the end zone. Troy will have it first down and 10. We are 1 play away from the 2-minute timeout. Troy tonight has started at its 25, 25, 29, 20, 34, 25, 25. You know, it's effective in that you're keeping an offense more than 70, if not 80 yards away from the end zone. And yes, the talent on both of these rosters, 80 yards can evaporate in a hurry, but the odds of the sustained 75-yard drive, you know, kind of play in the favor of the defense.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 Troy here. Receivers, 1, 2, 3 right. There's a tight end in that mix on the right. 1 to the left and a single back in the backfield. That's Taylor back there.
Parker's down here in the boundary.
And it's Kilcrease at quarterback here. Snap is back and he wants to throw. Looking right, throws a little quick hitch route at the 29. That's a gain of 4. And with 1:57 to play, that'll get us to the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
Kilcrease took a hit,
he
too.
He sure did. He's slow to get up again. The Cats have been in the backfield all night long. You're at that stage here with that 18-point lead. You don't want to not be aggressive, but boy, you want to be smart.
But be smart, exactly. If you don't get there, just hold up.
Don't want to open yourself up to the cheap 15 yards.
That's right.
Just, you know, it's just hurt the Cats so many times in the last couple of seasons, and just think back to last week. So 2-minute timeout is upon us. We'll step aside with the Cats by 18, 28-10. Back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? You know you would. It's a simple process. Visit syncmygame.com to find out how. That's sync with a Y, S-Y-N-C, mygame.com to find out how. Cats in sync for the most part in the first 30 minutes. 1:58 to play in the half. It's 28-10, Texas State.
Creating negative plays is something this defense, it prides itself
Indeed.
on. I mean, they want to bring pressure. Already, you've got 4 sacks and 5 tackles for losses. That's 9 negative plays already on the first half. That's what that's how you do it.
Cats coming in averaging 3.75. I wish I had the actual number sitting in front of me. 3.75 sacks. I'm sure we've got it here somewhere.
Right here. Yeah, that's number 1 in the conference, number 2 in FBS.
Exactly. And
yeah,
what
15
you say,
total.
yeah, they've got 4 already tonight. 15 on the year coming in. So 19 sacks coming in. Tackles for loss. Cats averaging 8.5 a night, which is 2nd in the conference, 5th in the nation. And they've got 5 already. So 2nd down and about 6 here for Troy. Kilcrease to throw. Pump fake, throws right, caught, short of the first down, but out to about the 32, 33. Got 4 more, and it's 3rd down and 2. Just little quick outs about all that's available here.
Yep.
Tight end will check back in for the Trojans here. That is Jackson Worley, redshirt freshman out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Ethan Connor, their usual starting tight end, I don't think available again tonight. 2 tight ends and a receiver left, 1 right. On 3rd down and 2, Cats bringing some pressure. Here they come. Gilchrist to throw, does throw, and it's caught. Did he hang on to it? Torrey Spears is there to make the tackle up at the 39, but it is a first down as that was caught by Parker out there. Landon Parker at the sideline. I thought he bobbled it on his way down.
Yeah,
but
it kind of looked like it.
Yeah, it's the first down after the 39.
Well, it's great to see Torrey Spears out there playing right now. Torrey's got to button that up. So if you're coming on the corner bit, you got that guy out there. He's got to close that up a little bit.
He's back at the safety spot as Torrey Spears. Low snap. It was a problem a week ago. Gilchrist got around the corner. Being chased by Alexander. He'll get a couple of yards across the 40-41 maybe, and he steps out of bounds far sideline into the Bobcats sideline. 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 1:15 to play. Troy has 1, 2, all 3 timeouts remaining.
I thought Bo's that right tackle, out time number 50, got away with a little bit of the hold, but didn't throw the flag.
Parker will stay lined up wide left, 2 receivers, or wide right, 2 receivers left. That's Higgins and Ross. Taylor to the right of Gilchrist in the backfield against the 4-man front. There come the Cats. Gilchrist throwing deep middle, and it's caught. Did he hang on? He did, in between 2 defenders. Chris Mills and Torrey Spears combined for the hit, but hanging on is Higgins. Near the 30, they're going to call it the 30, and it's a first down. Stephen Parker down way behind the play at about the 45 back in Troy territory, but a big chunk play there and a first down. That's a gain of 39.
Gilchrist threaded that football right between the safety and the nickelback, and he couldn't have asked for a better pass and catch. And I tell you what, the receiver paid for it too when Torrey Spears came across in the head. Here's a replay on it. That's just, you couldn't ask for a better pass.
Well,
Parker was down in the field.
Yeah, he is still down at about the 45. I'm kind of holding my breath watching our officiating crew, which is gathered down about the 30, which is where the ball is, to see if there's any type of review, because you pointed out Torrey Spears' collision with the head of the receiver, which happened 100% because the receiver was hit from behind and went flying into Torrey Spears.
I mean, you can't. There's going to be a collision, one way or another. It's who's instigating the collision, and the referees, I guess, figured that it wasn't the safety, Torrey Spears, doing it.
The 1st and 10, Troy at the Bobcats 30. 1:03, and the clock stopped on the first down. Tight end left, 2 receivers left as well. Receiver right, here's Gilchrist, steps up in the pocket, throws deep middle, caught. Higgins, 10, 5, dropped the football. It's picked up by the Bobcats at the goal line. The Bobcats have the ball at the 1. The question's going to be, was he down? Because this is going to be real close.
Well,
Higgins on the way down, he either landed on the turf or he landed on a tackler, and the ball popped free.
They're definitely, the referees, they don't know what to do here. They're placing the ball down there.
Well, I think
for the extra point.
I think they called it a fumble. It's going to be Bobcats' ball at the 1. Whoever it was who picked it up, I couldn't get the number, actually ran it out of the end zone and got back to the 1.
Fumble recovered in the end zone and returned by Texas State. First down.
So it's going to be Bobcats' ball. That's the call on the field at the 1. Now we get a look at a replay here in the booth. Higgins, Gilchrist, another nice ball to Higgins. Oh, that's a fumble, 100%. That ball was punched out by Jordan Polk, and it was picked up by Ryan Nolan. His 2nd fumble recovery of the season. It's going to be Cats' ball at the 1.
Boy, Neal's the middle linebacker who had him in the inside position, coming across the middle, and just had it. He's beaten by about a step or 2. Gilchrist was able to thread that ball in there, but thank goodness the ball was stripped out. It's a fumble, picked up by the Bobcats. Now you got to be careful here, though. You're on the 2-yard line.
I mean, for Jordan Polk, his first forced fumble of the year. Ryan Nolan's 2nd recovery. McLeod, handoff. This is Hankins, I think. Deion Hankins is out to the 4. Remember, Troy's got all 3 timeouts, and they'll use them here with 39 seconds.
Hankins, the bigger of the two UTEP running backs that have transferred in. Hankins, 6 foot, 228. So you want him down there in those short yardage goal line, those kind of situations like they're in now.
Super senior. He's seen his share of football for sure. Transfer out of UTEP. He was there 19 to 23. You know, and not just a bit player either. 2 times second team All-Conference USA. It was Conference USA All-Freshman team back in 2020. So not only has he seen action, he was a big part of the UTEP offense for a number of years.
You mentioned 19 to 23 at UTEP. He's got 548 rushes for 2,604 yards. The guy can run.
He's been around the football field and just his football career.
And Clint, that's one of the things that I think G.J. Kinney and his coaching staff has done a marvelous job. That running back room is so deep with starters, and they're all okay. My time's going to come in.
Yeah, with the fact that there's one ball, one football. So Hankins got 3 tough yards to the 4, and now Torrance Burgess, the other half of that UTEP connection, will check in at running back. You got receivers, 1 to either side, 2 left actually, 1 right. Snap is back to McLeod. He'll hand it to Burgess. Nothing middle, pops left, now back middle again. 15-yard line out to the 17. That's a great run by Torrance Burgess all the way to the 18. He got 14 and a first down.
Counter dive to Burgess, and I'll tell you, he just picked where he needed to go. Great balance and vision, and picked up a first down.
33 seconds, clock running. McLeod, the snap, pump fake. Looking deep, throwing deep, got a man. Cole Wilson had to let that one go over his head. He set up to jump for it, realized he wasn't going to get it. It's incomplete.
He had L.J. Green beat on the play, but again, it's just kind of one of those give-up kind of passes. Throw it out of bounds.
Williams and Hobart will split wide left here. Single receiver left is Cole Wilson, sorry. Williams and Hobart right side. Burgess stays in the game alongside McLeod. 2nd and 10, 27 seconds from the 18-yard line. Handoff Burgess. Starts right and cuts back middle. He'll push ahead to the 22, 23-yard line. At this point, Bobcats may be content to get to the locker room.
Yeah.
With a 28-10 lead as we're down to 13 seconds, and Troy's not calling timeout. The Bobcats, I don't think are going to risk anything here.
Well, Troy called the timeout, though. No, they didn't.
They did not. Final 5 seconds are going to tick off here in this first half, and that will do it. Texas State with a 28-10 lead on Troy. They have not trailed in the game. The Bobcats will get the ball to open the 3rd quarter of play and find themselves in familiar territory to where they were a week ago, and that is with a big lead in the first half and about to have a big lead, the same deficit, 18 points. In that 3rd quarter, go back to our 4th talking point in our Keys to the Game segment, finish. Now it's finish time. You got the last 30 minutes on the road, and what you do in this first 5 minutes of this 3rd quarter is going to say a lot about the rest of the night, I think.
I hate to sound like this, but if the games were only 2 quarters, the first 2 quarters, I think Texas State being the top 10 in the nation, they are dynamite. They're really good. But now this team is a mature team, and I think these players will go into halftime. Coaches will make sure they make the right adjustments. Troy's defense coaches are going to make some adjustments too. You really see a different thing out there on the defensive side. So we'll see who comes out ready to play, but you're right. You like to have the cushion, but it's got 2 more quarters. You got to finish.
Texas State by 18 at 28-10 as we hit the break. We'll recap the scoring, have the numbers from this first half, set your Sunbelt schedule for the weekend, and whatever else we can think of as we move along here at halftime. Back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hi, this is Fox San Antonio's Chuck Picatinny, and I'm News 4's Don Harris. One of the best things about our jobs is calling the games on Taco Cabana's Thursday Night Lights, every Thursday on CW35. Goes right and then takes it right back up the middle, and look at him finish the run. Firing, got it, caught! If you're interested in video production, journalism, or covering sports for a living, our stations have job opportunities you might want to check out.
To see the possibilities, go to foxsanantonio.com/careers.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, cats.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
1, 2, 3. This is the Texas State Halftime Show. For a recap of the first half and all the first half numbers, let's go back to the booth. Alongside Jeff Gandy, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Clint Shields.
Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium. Our Bobcats halftime report tonight brought to you by Rebecca Creek Distillery. Be sure to take a break from the game. Make yourself a cocktail with one of Rebecca Creek's signature brands, Rebecca Creek Whiskey, Texas Ranger Whiskey, and Enchanted Rock Vodka. Founded by Bobcats for Bobcats. 28-10 our score. Texas State on top of Troy as we reach the break here in Troy, Alabama tonight. In case you joined us late, 15th ever meeting between these two. Troy leads the all-time series 13-1, including 8-0 here in Troy, Alabama. Last time around in San Marcos, 31-13 win for Troy in a 1-point fourth quarter game that they managed to pull out to that final margin last year. Texas State's lone win in the series came all the way back in 1997 in San Marcos, 31-17. Mentioned this earlier, Cats have had the fourth quarter lead in each of the last three meetings. They'll start the second half here with the lead. This series was played 5 consecutive years from 96 through 2000 and then again in 2013. And when the Cats joined the Sun Belt, it's been played continuously since 2016. Last time here, Bobcats had a 14-10 lead in the fourth. Troy with a long drive for a touchdown. Cats got it back again but couldn't get anything going, punted it away, and then Troy ran out the clock to get away with a 17-14 win. It was a really good football game here 2 years ago. We've been here, 3 times now in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
5 years ago on the west side of a hurricane. So it was a windy, rainy day all day long as the Cats went down, I think, 37-17 in that one. And then a beautiful day a couple of years ago. It's a very pretty day here again as well. 76 currently and humid, but been all Cats. 28-10, a nice job to bounce back after Troy had cut the lead to 14-7. And I think right there, before we get into kind of a scoring recap, good response by the Bobcats right there. 14-0, you got the ball. You're at the Troy 35-yard line. Ball gets batted up in the air and intercepted. They go down and score, and suddenly it's 14-7. You know, it's human nature, a little bit of doubt to maybe creep in. Bobcats then turned right around and went down the field and scored and answered right back and stretched it out to an 18-point lead, their largest of the night here.
Yeah, they did, and took advantage of some penalties that extended some drives. Definitely, that's how you do that. You got to beat good teams by you're given an opportunity. You got to take advantage of it, and yeah, there's a little bit of everything this first half. I mean, a little bit of momentum swing back and forth. Turnover, 7 points for both teams, and both defenses are playing pretty good. Both offenses are doing what they want to do for Texas State. They want to run and pass the football. Right now, it's kind of surprising, but Troy isn't running the football very effectively, but they're throwing the ball pretty effectively. Yep. So probably some halftime changes are going to be made. We'll see that in third quarter.
Through this first 30 minutes, Bobcats have kind of taken one away and said, okay, if you're going to beat us, through the air, at least hang with us through the air. Here it is. Go and do it. Troy's had some success, 193 yards through the air, but only 42 yards on the ground. That's 2.2 yards per carry. Now, the Bobcats do have 4 sacks for 30 yards and losses. So factor that in, but still, they've made it very difficult to just hand off the football and run with it.
That's because the Bobcats are in the backfield. I mean, creating negative plays is what this defense is all about. Then you got to be really tight in the back end and kind of let that a little bit not as tight as it should be. So maybe there'll be some adjustment in the back end. But again, I don't think defensively they're going to change who they are and what they do. And that's even get after the backfield, get after the quarterback.
Troy won the toss tonight. Picked up a first down on the opening possession, had to punt it away, however, and the Cats took over their first possession of the night, the 33-yard line. Picked up 4 first downs on the way, 7-play, 66-yard drive in just under 3 minutes. Ismail Mahdi finished it off with a 2-yard touchdown run, and it was 7-0 Texas State. Quick 3-and-out by the Bobcats defense, and they had it back, but the Cats had to punt it back as well, and Troy had it back at their own 29. Picked up a first down all the way out to the 49. They would fumble it, however. The quarterback, Hunter Kilcrease, fumbling it away on a run, and the Cats had the turnover. Starting at their own 36, they went 10 plays, 64 yards in 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Jaden Williams, a 10-yard touchdown reception from Jordan McLeod, and it was 14-0. Troy then, the next possession, punted it back to the Bobcats. Texas State, a couple of first downs, got to the Troy 35, and then threw the interception that we talked about, batted up in the air at the line of scrimmage and picked off by Brendan Stringer for Troy. Troy starting at its own 35, went 5 plays, 66 yards in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Mojo Dortch, a touchdown catch from 7 yards away, and it was 14-7 Bobcats. Texas State punting on 4th down and about a football from its own 34. And we talked about it at the time. Maybe, lessons learned or whatever in that short yardage situation from a week ago at Sam Houston. They elect to punt, and Lars Rao, the punter, roughed by Troy on the punt, put the football at the 49, gave the Bobcats new life. They wasted no time. 1 play, 51 yards, Jordan McLeod to Cole Wilson to get in the end zone to make it 21-7. That's one. You make the decision. The penalty goes your way this time, and you go right for the throat, and you get the touchdown to stretch it back out.
The tendency probably was to go for it.
Yes.
But common sense overtook and said, just punt the football. Our defense was playing good ball. And just flip the field. If they're going to score, get any points, they're going to have to go the whole length of the field. Our defense is playing pretty good. So I'd rather just punt it away. Lessons learned from last week as well. And I think that's what the mindset of G.J. Kinney. I know he's thinking, we can get this.
Of course
we're going to make this. He's got that kind of that confidence in his offense. But you know what? Common sense and managing the game as a head coach, that he demonstrated that today.
Indeed, right there. So the Cats stretch it back out 21-7. Troy, though, not going away. They turn around, go 12 plays, 52 yards, but the Bobcat defense stiffens inside the inside the 30-yard line. They force a 41-yard field goal by Taylor Scott Renfro that made it 21-10. Bobcats then go 5 plays, 75 yards, aided by another 15-yard penalty, and Joey Hobart, a 28-yard touchdown reception from Jordan McLeod. McLeod's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. He's 12 of 17 for 194 and those 3 scores to make it 28-10. Troy on the move once again, and they complete a pass to Peyton Higgins that got down inside the 5, but Jordan Polk peeling back, knocked the football out. Ryan Nolan picked it up, and the Cats had the ball at the 1-yard line, got a first down, then ran out the clock to end the first half and take a 28-10 lead to the break. And they'll have it first, the Bobcats will, when the third quarter rolls around in just a few minutes. We'll get inside the numbers next on the Texas State Sports Network. It's 28-10, Texas State on top of Troy. Back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hi there. This is Steve Eisen, founder of Texas Ranger Whiskey. Texas Ranger Whiskey is a blended whiskey made in the Texas Hill Country. It has hints of vanilla, caramel, nuts. Average age is 6 years on the blends. Texas Ranger Whiskey has a smooth finish and legendary taste. Try out new flavors: peach, peanut butter cup, and coconut pecan. Texas Ranger Whiskey, shot from the hip.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Texas State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Clint Shields, Jeff Gandy back with you in Troy, Alabama. The 2024 Texas State football season brought to you by HEB, by Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, and by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Our first half summary brought to you by Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Texas State 298 total yards in that first half tonight. 194 through the air, 104 on the ground. Defensively, Troy allowing 363 total yards per game, 188 through the air. The Cats have already gone over that number at 194, and allowing 175 on the ground. Cats with 104 there in that first half. Jordan McLeod, 12 of 17, 194 yards, 3 touchdowns to 3 different receivers, 1 interception. I believe that interception I read actually bounced off the head of an offensive lineman. So that's how that ball wound up floating in the air. On the ground, Torrance Burgess Jr., 8 carries, 62 yards in a really good first half, spelling Ismail Mahdi.
It's good to see him.
Indeed.
It's a different kind of running back, too. They're both built the same. They both have great vision. But I tell you, Burgess has got that burst just like Mahdi does, and he's got those big legs, and so the point of contact, he's able to get additional yards after the point of contact, and I like the way he runs. Just make sure he protects the football. I think the first time we got to see him run, he's the one that fumbled, and it gets in the Lamar game, and so just protect the ball.
Yeah, Burgess, we hadn't seen him since the UTSA game, and 8 carries, 62 yards in that first half. McLeod, 3 carries, 25 yards. Mahdi's got 6 for 15 and a touchdown. Deion Hankins, a carry for 3 yards there late in that half when the Cats were backed up to the 1-yard line. Through the air, Jaden Williams, 5 catches, 73 yards and a touchdown. Cole Wilson, 3 for 69 and a touchdown. Joey Hobart, 3 for 37 and a touchdown. Chris Dawn's got a reception for 15 yards. 4 different receivers have caught balls as the Bobcats have been efficient on offense and haven't gone out of their way to be exotic or fancy or have to get guys involved. They've done a nice job, I think, of staying within what's working and worked their way out to a 28-10 lead. Defensively, Max Harris leading the way with 4 total tackles. Jordan Polk's also got 4 along with a forced fumble. Torrey Spears, 4 tackles tonight. Good to see Torrey back in the lineup for the first time since week 3, I think, of last season. Stephen Parker's got 3 tackles, including 2 sacks on the night, forced a fumble as well. Jalason Landry has 3 tackles, a sack 6.5 on the night. Khalil Alexander got the other half of that sack. Cats have 4 sacks and 5 tackles for loss on the evening thus far. For Troy, 235 offensively, 193 through the air, 42 on the ground, 18 first downs for the Bobcats, 11 for Troy. Texas State was whistled for a pass interference flag, you'll remember, on a long completion to Peyton Higgins down to about the 10-yard line. The flag was picked up because the penalty was declined. Outside of that, the Bobcats, 0 penalties in the first half.
I saw that, and I just didn't want to say anything about it. I just want to leave it alone. Leave it alone.
3 penalties on Troy, conversely, for 45 yards. That's 3 penalties, all of the 15-yard variety. Those will ruin your night as a football team. We got to step aside one more time. Second half is coming your way next on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, Cats.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
Hi there, this is Steve Eisen, founder of Rebecca Creek Distillery. We built the first distillery in the South in 100 years since Prohibition right here in San Antonio. We are located at 281 and Bulverde Road. We are open Wednesday through Sundays with live music, barbecue, dog park, and tours every hour. Come check out our new sports bar and watch the game. At Rebecca Creek Distillery, come taste Rebecca Creek Whiskey, Texas Ranger Whiskey and flavors, and Enchanted Rock Vodka and flavors. From all of us here at Rebecca Creek Distillery, please sip responsibly.
Thanks for listening to the Texas State Halftime Show. Now for the second half kickoff, let's go back to the booth. Alongside Jeff Gandy, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Clint Shields.
Our halftime coverage tonight brought to you by Rebecca Creek Distillery. Enjoy every game with one of Rebecca Creek's signature brands, Rebecca Creek Whiskey, Texas Ranger Whiskey, and Enchanted Rock Vodka. Founded by Bobcats for Bobcats. 30 minutes of football remain in this one tonight. Stations will get your legal ID coming up here in just a moment. It will be Troy to kick it away. Bobcats will move left to right here in this third quarter. With that said, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Texas State Bobcats football. Patty McAteer will tee it up and kick it away. Right to left from the 35, a low line drive, but it'll get to the end zone, and the Cats will have it first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Thought for a moment that might sneak its way out of bounds the way it was hooking, but no.
That's like turning your wrist over on the driver, you know. I know that very well because that's what I do. It goes low and it hooks.
Bobcats first down and 10. We'd like to string together the first downs here, Jeff, and
yeah, you would
get down the field. If you put points on the board here, You make the night difficult the rest of the way. 2 receivers on either side to open here for the Bobcats. Man in motion is Bo Sparks from the left side to the right side. McLeod will hand it off. I think this is Mahdi, and not much there. Moving left and sticks it up in the middle. Got a yard maybe to the 26, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, backside in, cuts, comes down underneath the block. When he sees that guard pull, he's coming down hard down the line of scrimmage, makes a play. Ready to come.
McLeod with the trips right this time. Quarterback draw. Steps up, spins away from a tackler, now being kind of drug forward by Chase Todd. He got to the 30-31. He's wrapped up there in a gang of black and white jerseys. He got 5, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4. I may not have mentioned this earlier. Cats in the all white tonight. White tops, white bottoms, the white helmets, the gold embossed Super Cat logo trimmed in maroon on either side. Maroon numbers front and back. 3rd and 4 for the Bobcats. Troy in the home blacks. Black on white, silver numbers in the black helmets tonight. Hobart in motion, right side, left side. That'll put 2 receivers on either side for McLeod on 3rd and 4. Wants to throw quickly, not there. Throws middle behind Bo Sparks. He reaches back and makes a tremendous grab. At the 41, 42, they're going to say, right in the middle of the field. That'll be a 1st down.
You named it. He had to go back behind him to make that reception. Tough pass to catch, but he did.
Going fast. Down the middle, McLeod. Sparks once again goes up in the air, makes the grab. 49 in Troy territory.
Sparks is going to take away Joe Dirk's nickname away from me. He's going down the middle all the time.
Indeed. Got 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Tell you what, we followed Joey Hobart from Utah Tech to the same roster with him. You better make catches like that. And that's what Hobart does, and I guess the precedent he has set. Here comes Sparks in motion, left side, right side, 2nd and short. Mahdi running right, cuts it up, broke a tackle, 1st down. He slashes his way down inside the 45, 44, 43 is where they're going to put him down. He got 6. Cats have their 2nd 1st down of the night, or of the half, sorry.
No. Just like the rhythm of this offense, what they're doing, they're throwing it across the middle. They're going out on the perimeter. They're running the football left, right. They're really mixing it up, and now the defense is now crouching the line of scrimmage. Look for them to come.
Here they come indeed. Philip Lee checks in, defensive end on this left side, which is the near side. Snap back. Mahdi got away from 1. Not the 2nd, though, but he did get some positive yardage. Bounced off of a tackle for a loss to get to the 42. So it'll be 2nd down and 9. That's tough to run into 8 bodies like that.
Yeah. He actually dodged the free blitzer, L.J. Green, on the left-hand side, and Mahdi was able to at least pick up a yard or 2. There's just too many black jerseys compared to the white ones on the offensive side that time.
Dylan Mann, true freshman from Kennesaw, Georgia, checks in at one of the defensive line spots. A 3-man front this time for Troy on 2nd and 9. McLeod steps up. He'll get away from a sack and cross the 40 to the 39. They wound up bringing 4 rushers that time. 3 yards for McLeod, and it's going to be 4th down and a long 6, almost 7 needed here.
Well, I guess Troy's thinking we got to be more like Texas State on defense, and that's really bringing them hard. That was Philip Lee that came in number 1 and got that sack on McLeod.
So 3rd down, Mahdi, left side to the right side of McLeod here. Trips to the left, this time for Texas State. Single high safety for the Trojans here. So somebody's in man coverage in that trip set out wide left. Single receiver right. McLeod drops, looking left, throwing left on the out. It's caught inside the 35-yard line. It should be a 1st down. Is it Hobart? It is.
It is Hobart.
Makes the grab at the 32-yard line. Long throw, but a ball placed right where it needed to be by McLeod on the out by Hobart. You got Wilson going deep. You got Sparks going deep. You got Hobart curling underneath him.
Yep. Tough throw.
Cats will go back 2 by 2 here, receivers. Now here comes Sparks in motion, left side to right side. Bobcats moving left to right. McLeod throws it for Sparks, and it's knocked away. Incomplete signal given. They tried a little flanker screen, and defender able to come in over the top of Sparks and swat at it. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Sparks will go off. Connor Fox will come on.
The ball's on the hash mark, and you look like you're going to run into the boundary, and you throw a quick screen all the way out to the wide side next to the sideline. That's a long throw, and it does give the defender an extra second or two to be able to react up, and that's what happened. And really, Hobart had no chance of really even getting that football. In fact, it could have been picked off if the defender was actually looking.
Jamal Williams checks in. Raymond Cutts checks in. C.K. Kaba checks in for Troy. 2nd and 10, play action. Quick throw on the slant off the play action. It's behind Cole Wilson. He can't hang on this time, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Cats on the day, 3 of 5 converting 3rd downs. They have converted the 3rd and 10, but it's not really where you want to be.
Now this drive is 9 plays, 43 yards. Kind of stalling right here.
So trips to the right. Mahdi in the backfield along with McLeod. He'll line up to his left. Connor Fox, the tight end, lined up left side as well. We'll see if Troy brings pressure on 3rd and 10. Now Hobart in motion further out right. McLeod steps up in the pocket and he's sacked. Almost just kind of a trip sack. I'm not sure he didn't just trip over his offensive lineman. Down at about the 35. That'll be a loss of 3, and it's going to be 4th down.
It looks like at halftime this Troy defense got basically, you know what, the coaches got in their face and said, hey, you guys are going to step up like a man and do something out there in the field, because they've really come in with the pressure on McLeod. And that time they just brought 4 and they had pressure on him. And McLeod had to step up in the pocket, got tripped and fell down.
Well, here is Mason Shipley, who hit from 60 a week ago. This will be a 53-yard try. Left hash mark, kicking it left to right. Shipley's kick, it's high, it's long, it is right down the middle and good from 53 yards away. And Shipley with about an easy swinging driver as you'll ever see right there. I mean, just smooth with the leg
it's
through
like
it.
A 7-iron.
There was almost no effort, and he kicks it 58 yards.
It's just very, very effortless, and I wish I could swing my club and make contact like that and let it just go a mile. But you know what? Good for Shipley. What way to come back to after the 60-yarder, and you would come back, okay, this is 54. You know, it's a little bit of a challenge, and he just nails it right down the middle.
I mean, nice, smooth, as you and I joked last week. Head down, hip rotation, I mean, right on the ball.
And again, I always stress, it's not just about the kicker making contact. That's as complicated as it is. The snapper and the holder, if you don't have any if there's any glitch in that change of the play, it messes up the kicker.
John Erline, the snapper, Arkansas transfer, originally out of Westlake High School in the Arkansas area. David Nunez, redshirt junior punter out of Houston Second Baptist, the holder, and everything worked as it's supposed to there. Here's Brendan Frankie to kick it away. Devonte Ross will let this land 4 yards behind him in the end zone. Troy's got it 1st and 10 at the 25. It's a full 3-touchdown deficit now at 31-10. You'd have liked to have had 7, sure, if you're the Cats, but you got the 3 to stretch it out to three touchdowns.
Yeah, it kind of stalled out there in that 2nd, 3rd and long scenario, and the offense just couldn't pick it up. I thought they'd run the football a little bit more, but they started going outside perimeter to the wide side of the field. They wanted to get the ball out there and let their playmakers make a play, but you know, give credit to the Troy defense. They looks like they got challenged during halftime, and they stepped it up.
Indeed. So Troy offensively on for the first time in the 3rd quarter. Here is Higgins in motion, left side to right side. Kilcrease will hand it away. It's a hole for Damien Taylor. He's finally ridden down, but not till he crosses the 30 out near the 35. Kenny Haynes has him, but he'll have the 37-yard line when all is said and done. Gain of 12, first down. Taylor first half, 7 carries for 40 yards, and it's a first down Troy here.
Well, he had to see it out on the first play. On the first and 10, a pop like that for 15 yards. That's one of those explosive plays we said you can't do. You got to win at the line of scrimmage to win here tonight.
Tight ends, there's 2 of them. They'll line up right side. Kilcrease wants to run it. Kind of a delayed quarterback draw, and he didn't do anything but run into Terry Webb, who's got him at the 36. That's going to be a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Cats had that one just all clogged in the middle.
Right side guard was pulling the trap on the play, but it looks like Kilcrease the timing was really off.
It was really an odd-looking play because Kilcrease was waiting for something that just never materialized.
No, it didn't.
Trips right this time. Single receiver left. That's Landon Parker matched up out here with Josh Eaton. Cats shifting all over the place on the defensive line. They'll bring pressure. Kilcrease steps up. He's busted as he throws. Ball's almost intercepted. Kilcrease got hammered as he let it go. I think it was Ryan Nolan who stepped in and got his hands on the quick slant. That's an adjustment because the Cats actually had that one covered.
They sure did. Oh, that was a pick six. Oh, my goodness.
It was Khalil Alexander who got there and put the shot on Kilcrease. He had help, but he came free right up the middle, and it's 3rd down and 11. Cats will change personnel here. Mojo Dortch will split wide left. 2 receivers go wide right. Devonte Ross is not one of them. Snap back to Kilcrease. He's got time in the pocket. Looking deep middle, throwing, it's intercepted. A flag is down. This may be a hold on the Bobcats. It's Ryan Nolan who's got it. He's on the return back to the 35 and ridden down there, but there is a flag at midfield. This was not anywhere near where the ball was thrown, and I have a feeling you may have a hold outside away from where the ball actually got thrown to the middle of the field.
Yeah, I hate to be negative. I think you're right on that call. I can't remember. We didn't see exactly the number of the defender, the Bobcat defender that might be accused of holding.
Eligible receiver, defense number 31. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That is, he popped into the game earlier. As well as Cameron Pearson is who that is. Cats have rotated quite a few cornerbacks tonight. You got a Bobcat down on the far side of the field as well. So we've got a stoppage here momentarily. This is right in front of the Bobcats bench across the way. It's Ryan Nolan is who it is, who had a fumble return against UTSA late in the game and had a leg injury as a result. We didn't see him against Arizona State, and just then he comes up with the interception and on the return.
That's Parker down. He
was just on a knee next to Ryan Nolan.
Yeah,
They're looking at that lower leg area of Nolan, who's sitting up at about the 37-yard line and now being helped.
Nice return, though.
To his feet, yep, and a nice job of being, in position to make the interception. We do have a timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and take it. We'll take the timeout here with a stoppage for Ryan Nolan, etc., and kind of reset. We're back in 1 minute on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Hi, this is Fox San Antonio's Chuck Picatinny, and I'm News 4's Don Harris. One of the best things about our jobs is calling the games on Taco Cabana's Thursday Night Lights every Thursday on CW35. Goes right and then takes it right back up the middle and looking to finish the run. Firing. Got it. Caught! If you're interested in video production, journalism, or covering sports for a living, our stations have job opportunities you might want to check out. To see the possibilities, go to foxsanantonio.com/careers.
We are underway in the third quarter. Cats with a field goal. Troy with a first down after the defensive holding call, the pass interference call, I guess is what it's going to be. Which, in the end, technically is the first penalty of the night on the Bobcats. It's actually the second pass interference. The first one was declined. This one is accepted. It'll erase the interception by Ryan Nolan.
Yeah. That's one of those killers that, because of a penalty, you're extending a drive.
We'll keep an eye on Nolan. The medical tent is up across the way. We'll keep an eye on that because Nolan, who's got a fumble recovery in the first half, his second of the season, came up with the interception. May have re-aggravated that lower leg, which is what kept him out of the ball game against Arizona State. Keep an eye on Nolan as we get set to get back to play here. 31-10, Texas State on top. 8:20 to play, third quarter. Kilcrease in the offense for Troy, the Bobcats 49. Man in motion is Higgins, left side to right side. Handoff to Taylor, and Taylor just sort of burrows his way out to about the 49, or down to the 49. I laugh because Gilcrease, as he was handing that ball away, I'm not sure if it was Parker, who it was from
Somebody's
the backside. I mean, was just Barry. It was Parker is who it was. It was just coming at him. It was Jalason Landry. Sorry, Landry wears 6, Parker wears 0. It's easy to get him confused from up here. Cats showing blitz, but they back out of it. 3-man rush. Gilcrease throwing, and it's almost intercepted. Oh my goodness, Khalil Alexander peeled way back as the Cats lined up about 7 or 8 at the line and then rushed only 3, and Gilcrease did exactly what they wanted him to do, and Khalil couldn't hang on.
I'll tell you, when he looks at the film on this, he's just going to shake his head like, oh my gosh, you don't get an opportunity like this. It actually hit him in the arm and in his shoulder pad. It's almost like he was out there playing catch in the backyard. It was that nonchalant looking, but oh my goodness. Another turnover. Could have been.
So 3rd and about 7. Cats shifting on the defensive line up front. 5-man front, they'll bring 6. Hand off to Taylor, and the Cats are all over it. It's Alexander again. I mean, like a missile, straight up the middle, unblocked. He was right there at the feet of Taylor when he tried to take the handoff. That's no gain. It'll be 4th down.
There's a shift in the defensive front 7, and by that, then Khalil Alexander is blitzing through that B gap, and he came untouched to hit the running back in the backfield. Now it's 4th and 8, and they're going for it.
The offense will stay on. So here is Gilcrease. Trips to the right. Single back in the backfield with him. 3-man front for the Cats, and a timeout coming as G.J. Kinney's on the sprint trying to find an official and calls timeout, and he wants to get a look at what Troy's going to do. And Bobcats want to take a minute to think about this. It'll be a 30-second timeout. It'll be the first of the half for Texas State.
I tell you what, making those defensive plays in the backfield. There's still 4 sacks now, 7 tackles for losses. That's 11 negative plays, and we're still in the 3rd quarter, only halfway in the third quarter. That's what that defense is. This Texas State Bobcat defense is really designed to cause havoc in the backfield. You just can't give it up on the back end, so you got to play both ways.
Khalil on the night, only a couple of tackles. He's got half a sack. It goes down being credited as a pass breakup. Khalil will tell you that's just a missed interception. It's what it was.
Oh, I'm telling you, and whenever that happens in the game films, man, everybody gives you a bunch of crap about it too. Let me tell you.
So the offense back on for Troy. He's got a quarterback hurry in there as well. The only one that the Cats have officially tonight. They only have 1 quarterback hurry. More on that in a moment. 4th down and 8 for Troy from their own 48. Ross in motion, trips to the right now with him going left side, right side. Gilcrease, snap, wants to throw. The Cats get through, passes way off the mark. He had to throw it coming backwards. A great spin move by Tamisi Adeli. He got free up the middle and forced Gilcrease to throw it backpedaling, and the Trojans turn it over on downs.
Yeah. That's a great effort, and there was pressure all around, but you're right, Adeli gets in there free and gets a good, clean lick on the quarterback Kilfree, and I tell you what, there's no way he could have gotten that pass off on time.
So the Cats will start in plus territory at the Troy 48-yard line. Let's hold it here. We do have a timeout on the field, but we'll keep it here during the break and kind of reset. Go back to what I was saying about Alexander. He's got the only, I guess, credited quarterback hurry on the night for the Bobcats. But the play following that almost interception by Khalil is a perfect example of what I'm getting to here. He came free up the middle. It wasn't a pass attempt, so it's not a quarterback hurry, but he was right there at the mesh point, the exchange point between quarterback and running back, and here's 22 in white coming at me full speed.
Yeah.
Everything gets messed up, and the Cats have been doing that all night. They're not quarterback hurries, but they're just hurries. We need to create an official statistic.
I want to see how many quarterback hits.
Yeah.
Quarterback hurries is one thing, but quarterback hits, because these guys they're just pounding on them. And it's not just one guy. It's like the pocket is really squeezing in on the quarterback quick. So it's funny how I've thought that maybe to go back to a quicker pass game, but they're not. They're still in that play action mode where he's wanting the quarterback to stay in the pocket. You're just letting your quarterback just get hit. So probably from here on out, you're going to see them more mobile motion, get him out on the perimeter, let him use his legs, maybe have an option of run or pass. I think that's what we'll probably see moving forward.
I also think you see where Troy, I think, understands where they are in this game at this point. 6:58 to play in the third, down 31-10. They just went for it from their own 48 on 4th down and 8. Wasn't 4th and 2 at 4th and 8.
That's sending a message.
I mean, right now you're saying we got to get points on the board now. That's why we're having to go for it here on 4th and 8. Cats get the pressure on the spin move by Adeli. Get the ball on downs in plus territory, and now can really start to kind of turn the screws a little bit. Put 7 on the board here, and it gets really, really hard.
And you don't have to your point, get fancy. You don't have to go all that perimeter stuff. Just do what you do really well and execute it well. Now, this defense for Troy, they're going to come after it. They were successful last time. They're going to keep doing the same thing, get pressure on McLeod. So, again, hold at the line of scrimmage. O-line's got to do a good job.
It'll be Burgess in the backfield with McLeod. Cats have run for 117 tonight. Burgess has 62 of those on 8 carries. Mahdi's got 23 on 9 and a touchdown. McLeod's got 30 on 6. He's 15 of 22 through the air for 221 and 3 touchdowns. Cats will start trips to the left, single receiver right. Now they'll come tight with Fox, the tight end, and the other 2 receivers. They'll line up tight left. McLeod, snap, hands it off to Burgess. Nothing middle, bounces right. He gets to the 45, and he's stacked up there. He'll push inside to the 44, maybe even the 43 when all is said and done. He got 5 yards out of that. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Good job by Burgess because the backside was collapsing in on him. I thought he was going to get tackled in the backfield by number 11, Daryl Starling. He came off the backside edge, and whenever that guard tackle's pulling on that counter dive, those backsides really crashing down hard and sometimes getting to the running back. That time Burgess was able to beat it, picked up 5 yards.
Lewis Medina, Cam Curry at the interior right now, a 3-man front for Troy. Raymond Cutts the other. Quick throw by McLeod, high, and it's pulled down by Hobart. He got a yard to the 42. Pushed out of bounds into the Troy sideline, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Cats speed to get the 38-yard line. Over with the catch. It's his 5th of the night. We really would like points here if you're the Bobcats.
Oh, you do, and more than 3 points. Honestly, you need to get in the end zone.
You're in a spot here where if you get nothing on this play, you've almost got to kick it away. Empty backfield for McLeod. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Now here comes Burgess in motion across the formation. They'll fake it to him. McLeod's going to run. He's going to get the 1st down. 30-yard line, 20-yard line, near side. He's going to coast 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bobcats. McLeod faked it to Burgess on the fly sweep. He bounced off 1 tackler and then just popped out into the open green turf and took it the rest of the way.
Little misdirection on that, don't you think? You go one way, and then he just pulls the football and comes back the back way. Backside contain was not there, and McLeod had clear sailing to the end zone.
McLeod 42 yards on a 3rd down and 4. And this place got real quiet in a hurry. 37-10 now. Bobcats by 27. Mason Shipley trying to run it out to a 38-10 lead. Kick in the air, good. With 5:34 to play in the 3rd. The Cats by 4 touchdowns, 38-10 over the Troy Trojans tonight here in Troy. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. We're back in a moment on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Are you ready for some Bobcat football? Want to show up to your next tailgate in style? Text TXFARM to 83200 for your chance to win a Bobcats-themed tailgate package. One lucky winner will get a complete tailgate package that includes tents, chairs, coolers, koozies, and more. Register to win this amazing tailgate package by texting TXFARM to 83200. Brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud partner of Texas State Athletics.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
They are underway in El Paso. Sam Houston, about 5-6 minutes gone, has a 7-0 lead on UTEP. Sam Houston scoring on its first possession of the night. Jay Ducker, a couple of rushes, 41 yards and a touchdown. Bobcat fans obviously will remember that guy.
Yeah.
From a week ago. It's 7-0 Sam Houston. It's the only other FBS game that I know of going on this Thursday night. More action coming up on Friday night. Jacksonville State at Kennesaw State. Houston's at TCU in Fort Worth. Syracuse at UNLV. Michigan State visits number 6 Oregon out in Eugene, Oregon. Cats take advantage of the turnover on downs. Not a turnover necessarily, but you do get the ball right there and
get that extra possession. And it didn't take long. 3 plays, 48 yards, minute 24, and it's a 42-yard touchdown run by Jordan McLeod, and it was well executed. A good call, good running call, a good safe call. All the motion goes across ball to the wide side of the field. You pull the wide side or the left guard to lead up on the right-hand side, and Jordan McLeod just took it, followed this big guy in the hole, and there was no one else there. Scampered in for 42 yards into pay dirt. That's why you draw it up in the sand.
Indeed, you got that right. Went into cruise mode at about the 15.
Yeah.
Finished it off for the touchdown for McLeod on the ground. What's that? His third rushing touchdown of the year. Came in with 101 yards in the 2 rushing touchdowns. He's thrown 3 touchdowns tonight as well, so he's accounted for 4. Touchdowns on the night, 222 through the air and 72 on the ground. With that one right there is the leading rusher on the night. Brendan Frankie will drive this one deep, and it will reach 8 yards deep in the end zone. Troy will have it at the 25, 1st and 10.
Yeah, you just don't want Devonte Ross to be able to catch anything and do something with it, because that guy is dynamite.
On the night, Ross, 1 kick return. He's also got 1 reception tonight for 7 yards. So similar to last week when he had only 3 receptions, Bobcats have really done a nice job of keeping him under wraps for the most part tonight. He's only been targeted 1 time. That was his 1 catch.
Well, Parker and Higgins have been the 2 receivers for Troy today.
And they've had their nights for sure. Here's Higgins in motion through the backfield as Kilcrease will hand it away. This is Green up to the 29-30 and rolls his way out to about the 31. He'll have 6 yards. Gang tackled there. Among them, Manny Nunnery.
I think that's all on Green, too. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. The point of contact was probably a step behind the line of scrimmage, and he just pulled everybody with him for 6 yards. Good job.
Closing in on 5 minutes in the 3rd clock running. Texas State up 38-10. Troy with the ball, 2nd down and 4 from its own 31. Kilcrease, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Blitz coming up the middle, untouched. Kilcrease is popped. He got the pass completed to Green out of the backfield. It was Bryce Bass, I think, who came free up the middle and hit Kilcrease right as he threw it. Nice job to hang in there by Kilcrease. That is Bass. Lined up at a middle linebacker spot right behind Tavian Coleman, almost hiding behind him, and he just came free up the middle.
Bass is that utility guy, man. He's like a Swiss Army knife. He can play so many positions on the defense because he's so athletic, and he almost got a sack there.
Came in with 1 on the season, 13 tackles, 3-man front, and a rush for the Cats. Kilcrease throwing, hit as he throws, throwing deep, and may have been caught. If so, what a catch that was. It was Green down this near sideline, I think, is running back, and a flag is down behind the play. We're going to get Stephen Parker for...
That was Beeson, actually. He made the catch.
Okay, 8, not 0. It's Beeson. I thought it was odd that Green got that far downfield, but it is Beeson to make the catch. That's his 3rd. Nice over-the-shoulder grab at about the 31-yard line in Bobcat territory. They're going to put it down at the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 15, 0, half distance to the goal, first down.
He said 15, and then he said 0, and I do think it was Stephen Parker.
Yeah.
And this is where you got to be careful if you're the Bobcats. You're aggressive. You're coming after him. I'm watching the replay. I have
no idea why that's roughing the passer.
No idea why that's roughing the passer.
Absolutely no way.
None at all. Okay? You can't just...
That was a gimme.
You can't keep people from playing football. It wasn't even one step. He didn't hit him in the head. He didn't hit him with the head. That's not roughing the passer.
No.
That's a poor call.
I will say, though, Gilcrease had an excellent pass, back shoulder or outside shoulder to Beeson, and Beeson made a heck of a catch, too.
So Green in the backfield, Gilcrease wanting to throw again. Pressured, wrapped up, got away. Still running, now wrapped up from behind and sacked. Back just inside the 20, James Neal had the first crack at him. It may have been Manny Nunnery who ultimately ran him down. It was him or Joe Landry, one of the two.
Neal almost had him, though. He was right there.
Came up the middle, spun off him. It was Landry. Nunnery was right there, and Landry reached out, got him around the ankles, and gets the sack. It's a loss back to the 19-yard line. Be second and 14. Two receivers to the left, one right. Here's Higgins in motion through the backfield, left to right. Gilcrease, play action. Throwing quick slant. Caught. This is Ross inside the 10, inside the 5. And he dives his way toward the goal line. He got in. Touchdown, Troy.
That's that play. I like what they do. They're strong formation to the right into the wide side of the field. And it's just an RPO to come back to Javon Ross. He's running a quick slant. He's got the inside position on the corner, and it's just a matter of executing. And that time, Gilcrease did. They delivered a perfect ball to Ross in for the touchdown. But I like the way the formation is. It looks like you're running to the one side and you RPO back to the backside.
Ross had been pretty quiet on the night. Only one catch prior to that. Got his second one there. So here's Taylor Scott Renfro on to try the point after. Out of the hold of Robert Cole, the punter. Extra point is good, and it's 38-17 with 3:28 to play in the quarter.
Keep the pressure on. Got to keep the foot on the pedal.
You do.
You really do. Sunbelt play, man. And like I said, in the pregame, we were talking about how many times this comes down to just a few points. This game is not over.
Headed for the fourth quarter, 3:28 to play. Texas State by 21 now at 38-17 and about to get the ball back. Texas State in the third quarter, a 53-yard Mason Shipley field goal. And then a 48-yard touchdown drive after stopping Troy on a fourth down. Ross, the touchdown catch, his 7th of the year. Had a 98-yard touchdown reception against Florida A&M a couple of weeks back. For Gilcrease.
3 for 3 for 59 yards in that drive.
That's his second touchdown pass of the night, third of the year. McAteer to kick it away right to left. Drives this one toward this near corner. It'll land 5 yards deep in the end zone. Cats will have it at the 25, first down and 10. So after 6 kick returns a week ago for the Bobcats, none this week. 3:28 in the third.
Troy's got over 300 yards offense, 308 to be exact. Most of it's in the air, 252. Only 56 on the ground. Totally opposite for what we thought that they would do, you know?
Cats do have 5 sacks on the night, 8 tackles for loss. Troy, a couple of sacks of their own. Trips to the right includes Bo Sparks, who's on the field. McLeod, handoff. This is Mahdi up the middle, now bounces left. He's got the 30, close to the 35, and he'll be close to a first down. They're going to put him out of bounds at the 33. He got 8. It'll be second down and 2.
Nice little jump cut to the outside, running into the boundary and saw some opening and picked up 8 nice yards off of something that looked like he wasn't going to get anything. Good job.
Mahdi on the night's been held in check.
Yeah.
10 carries, now 11 carries for 31 yards. Burgess has had a good night. So has McLeod. Here's Sparks in motion. Left. Handoff. Mahdi again kind of picks his way and then dives ahead. He's across the 35. It'll be a first down. He got to the 37-yard line. The Cats will move the chains. 23 first downs now for the Bobcats.
Being a little slow, too, to get the play off, get the play in.
Be a
and
little
just
deliberate
taking
here.
a little more deliberate.
Receivers come right, two of them, Williams and Bo Sparks. Receiver left, that's Wilson. Tight end in the game as well as Connor Fox. He's lined up H-back right. Here's Sparks in motion, right side to left side. McLeod will let him clear all the way through and then get the snap. Hand it to Mahdi. Starts right, there's nothing there. A lot of black shirts, and Mahdi will get to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard to the 38. Second down and long here. His clock moving towards 2 minutes.
Backside pressure caught up with Mahdi that time. He had to hesitate and kind of delay where he could really get through the hole way too long, and the backside caught up with him for basically only about a half a yard gain.
Burgess will check in after 3 straight runs by Mahdi. Cats will tighten up receivers. Williams right, Wilson and Sparks left. Fox hand down in the tight end spot on the right-hand side of the line. Texas State moving left to right. Burgess, little seam right side. 45 midfield and takes on a tackler as he gets to the 50, the 48. Running hard tonight is Burgess. That's a gain of 14 and a first.
Boy, a great block by Alex Harkey on Raymond Cuts, defensive end. Just caved Cuts down. That really opened up the hole, and a nice kick-out block as well. Well executed that last run.
It was Dorian Strawn who came across and took care of Phillip Lee on that near side defensive end on that kick out you mentioned.
Yeah.
Then Burgess cutting right in behind him. Cats have a first down at the 48. Clock approaching a minute here in this third quarter. McLeod, snap, handoff. Burgess bounces left. 45. There's a flag down behind him, however. So you may have a hold coming against the Bobcats.
Of course.
As Burgess got down inside the 45 to the 44.
Funny how they ran right where the blitzer was, and Burgess still gets by. Holding.
Offense number 73, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, they'll get Talik Lockett for the hold, and that'll make it first down and 20.
Changing personnel, you'll take Connor Fox out, and you put Titus Lyons in. Still staying with 11 personnel. That's your base package, is that 11 personnel here with Texas State.
Clock will run down to 45 seconds in the third. 15 on the play clock. Receivers wide left. Now they'll tighten up to the formation. Williams is wide right. Snap is back. McLeod. Quick throw. Bo Sparks trying to get around the left side edge. Can't. Get out of bounds up past the 45 to the 47. Some of the penalty yards back. He got 5 there. It'll be second down and 15.
Boy, if Cole Wilson could have just hung on to his block just a little bit longer, I think Wilson would have been able to get around there and make a first down on that. Excuse me, Bo Sparks. I'm sorry, it's Bo that caught the ball. But it was Wilson out there on the perimeter trying to make a one-on-one block. Just hang on to it a little bit longer. I really had something explosive behind that play.
As it was, L.J. Green able to get a hold of him and kind of hang on for the ride as Sparks drug him out of bounds, and the Cats are going to let the third run out. They will go to the fourth with a 38-17 lead and the ball. Second down and 15 coming up from the Texas State 47-yard line. 15 minutes to go, and the Cats by 3 touchdowns. We're back after this on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hey there, Texas State fans. Dan Christensen here, founder of DJC Law. We at DJC Law are proud to be the exclusive personal injury law firm partner of Texas State Athletics. And just like the Bobcats on the field, our entire team fights hard for every yard and every client. If you're injured in an accident, experience the winning combination of our team's experience and results. Call us 24/7 at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. And get your justice. TeamJustice.com. Eat 'em up, Cats.
Hi there, this is Steve Eisen, founder of Enchanted Rock Vodka. Enchanted Rock Vodka is a premium vodka made in the Texas Hill Country using limestone filtered water. Enchanted Rock Vodka is 10 times distilled, gluten-free, frost filtered, and has a crisp, clean finish. Also try our new flavors, blueberry, watermelon, and pink lemonade made with real fruit. Enchanted Rock Vodka, follow your spirit.
Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama. After 3 quarters, Texas State 38, Troy 17. The third quarter summary is brought to you by Christus Santa Rosa Hospital of San Marcos. 418 total yards after 3 quarters for the Bobcats, 227 in the air, 199 on the ground. Jordan McLeod is 17 for 24, 227 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception on the ground for the Cats. Burgess has 10 carries for 81 yards. Jordan McLeod, 7 carries for 72 yards. Ismail Mahdi, 12 for 36. And Hankins, 1 for 2 yards. In the air, 5 different receivers have made receptions. Williams, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. And there's a lot of explosion going on behind me here.
Fourth quarter fireworks indeed.
The four, yeah. I don't know why they went off at the end of the third quarter. Jordan Hobart, 5 receptions, 45 yards, 1 touchdown. And Cole Wilson, 3 receptions, 69 yards, 1 touchdown as well. For the Troy Trojans, 308 yards total offense, 252 in the air, 56 on the ground. Gilchrist is 15 for 22, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Taylor, 10 carries for 55 yards. In the air, 7 receivers have made catches. Higgins, 5 for 76. Parker, 4 for 78. Beeson, 3 for 54. And Ross, 2 for 26. And that leads us to the end of the score of the third quarter, 38-17, all Texas State. And that's your third quarter summary. And it's been brought to you by Christus Santa Rosa of San Marcos. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital of San Marcos is proud to be the official healthcare provider and partner with Texas State Bobcat Athletics. Clint, it's all yours.
Thank you, Jeff. 15 minutes left in this one. Texas State with a 38-17 lead and the ball. 2nd and 15 from their own 47-yard line. Here's McLeod play action. Wanting to throw, look right, nothing there. Now rolling right, he's going to throw this one away. He had 1 receiver on that right side. It was Jaden Williams. He was bracket covered with a 3rd guy floating around as well. And McLeod rolled that way. There was nothing. He just launched it to the sideline, 3rd down.
Play the next play. Good decision. Nice protection up front by the O-line, though. Real good protection.
So a 3rd and 15. The Bobcats, you've just given up the touchdown offensively, or defensively, I guess. Offensively for Troy. You hate to be in a 3rd and 15. Empty backfield, blitz coming. McLeod swings it, quick flanker screen. Hobart spinning away from 1 tackler, not 2 though. Got back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Troy, a nice job to react on that defensive front. I think it'll go down for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 15, or 4th down and 15. Right?
Yeah, just trying to get in Joey Hobart's hands to see if he can make some magic out of it. But the inside pursuit of the defense was too much. And actually, well, I think you're right, Clint. He didn't make a yard on that. 4th down, not to punt away. Missed opportunity here. You know, missed opportunity by this offense.
There's David Nunez to punt. Maybe the better of the high end-over-end guys, and that's exactly what he does. Kicks it toward Devonte Ross, who'll call the fair catch, and he'll make it at the 15-yard line, and there's a flag down as Joey Hobart got pushed all the way into the Troy bench on this near side, and the flag came down from the line judge, who was trailing the play.
This should go against Troy, I think.
Mean, you'd think it'd be hard for one guy in white surrounded by 85 guys in black to get called for a flag.
He's just trying to get downfield, and he's getting pushed, held, thrown, or whatever.
And this also could be something where someone on the sideline, not intentionally or maliciously, got in the way. Because this is a long discussion for whatever this is.
During the kick, personal foul. Illegal block out of bounds. Receiving team number 10, half the distance to the goal. First down.
We've seen that before.
Yep. So 38 yards on the punt. Troy will get it, but they'll have to back up half the distance from the 15, somewhere around the 8, when all is said and done. So they'll start deep in their own end of the field. If you're the Bobcats now, a 21-point lead with 14:09 to play. This is college football 1. This is the Sun Belt 2. Don't go anywhere. What I'm getting at.
It's called a fun, right?
The Fun Belt.
Fun
Do
Belt.
not go anywhere. Fun Belt after dark. Defensively, you got to keep the aggression up, but you got to know when to peel back. You can't be given free penalties.
And you sure don't want to give them anything easy either.
Single back in the backfield. Kilcrease will keep it himself to the middle, and he is racked up as he got to the 7, which is about the line of scrimmage. He may have actually lost a yard. Right in the middle of the field, he did. It'll be second down and 11. Cat's a nice job to close that down. Somebody came flying in from the backside.
That was Max Harris came in. He came in as a blitzer.
Stephen Parker I think cleaned him up, and then Torrey Spears is who that was, who came flashing in right at the end, went right over the top. Clock running, 13 and a half. Troy taking their time here, looking at a 2nd and 11 from their own 7. Ball right in the middle of the field, moving left to right. We're down at about the 15-yard line, opposite end of the field. Kilcrease, play action. He'll follow straight up the middle. Can't stack him up. He pushes his way to the 10. 9, they're going to say. So give him 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
They just don't want to do something foolish down here and turn the ball over, make it even easier for the Bobcats, to put some more points on the board. So they're being very conservative right now.
Wholesale substitutions for the Bobcats here defensively. 5 or 6 guys went off, and
you got Devonte Ross out there split wide.
Got Caleb Coleman in here at safety for the Bobcats. Kilcrease, play action, wanting to throw. Does throw over the top of his receiver's head, and almost a fantastic catch. Camden Grogan in coverage.
Intended for number 17, Roman Mothershead.
Matched up with Roman Mothershead, wide receiver out of Montgomery, Alabama, and almost reached up and made a circus one-handed catch.
Sure did.
Looking straight backwards, but it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
And it was another good pass by Kilcrease. I mean, I've been kind of impressed with this guy's ability to throw the football. I mean, his ball placement's been pretty darn good all night.
So on to punt, Robert Cole. He'll get this away from about his goal line. Kick, wobbler. Wilson comes up on the run. No fair catch. Sidesteps 1, but not 2. He's at the 45-yard line on the Troy side of midfield, and that's where the Cats are going to have it. 1st down and 10. It's a 36-yard punt. Cole didn't get that one to turn over. The Bobcats have it in plus territory, and if you're Mac Leftwich, G.J. Kinney right here, you got a real chance to put this game away.
Just go ahead and put it away. Do it on this drive right here early in the 4th quarter, so when you get the ball back the next time, play some other players. You know what?
12:29 to play. Cats in plus territory at the Troy 45. We got a timeout on the field. We'll step aside. We're back in a moment on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
At Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos, we are proud to provide comprehensive health care to our San Marcos and Central Texas families. From advanced cardiovascular, bariatrics, orthopedic, and surgical care to 24/7 emergency care. In partnership with a team of dedicated primary and specialty care physicians, we are privileged to care for our rapidly growing San Marcos and Central Texas communities. We're here when you need us, bringing more physicians, more services, and more technology closer to home. Christus Santa Rosa Hospital San Marcos. Your health, your life, our purpose.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
around the Texas State campus. Texas State volleyball 8-5 and 2-0 in Sunbelt Conference play after a road sweep of Louisiana last weekend. They're back in action at home this Friday, which is tomorrow, I guess. It's been an odd day all day. Wondered what day it was, being Thursday. Tomorrow and Saturday for 2 Sunbelt Conference matches with Troy. Tomorrow night at 6 and then Saturday afternoon at 2. Texas State soccer, they're in Sunbelt Conference play now as well. 2-0-1 in the conference, 6-3-3 overall. Most recently a 1-0 road win last Sunday, I guess, over Southern Miss in Hattiesburg. They got 2 games on tap before we meet again for football. Friday night in San Marcos, they host Arkansas State at 7. Next Thursday, back on the road here in Troy for a 7 p.m. kickoff, and then they're back home again on Sunday the 13th for ULM at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Admission free, as I understand it, to those, and a ton of fun from what I hear. So, here we go. 1st and 10 Cats. 45-yard line, Troy territory. Here is Burgess. Bounces off of one tackler and then breaks right. And he'll struggle ahead for only a couple of yards.
Burgess on the carry.
To the 42-yard line, maybe just one.
Man, that's a tough 1 yard to be able to get. He was hit in the backfield by a couple of Troy defenders, and he was able to spin off and at least get a yard out of it. He's probably one more defender away for it. If he could have broken through that, he might have gotten a big gainer out of it.
Yep.
But this defense, they haven't quit for sure. They're getting after it.
Chris Dawn Jr. in the game. He'll tighten up right side. Cats with 10 on the play clock. And again, being very deliberate with the clock running at 11:45 to play in the game. Leading by 21. McLeod, Burgess, handoff, stutter steps right and then bounces back toward the middle. He's ridden down across the 40 to the 39. He got 3 more, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, he was hit in the backfield by number 99, Jillian Peterson, a defensive tackle. And he was able to get at least a yard or something out of it because Peterson had her in his grasp.
3 receivers come left. Wilson, Dawn, and Hobart. Tight end Fox is lined up right. Burgess in the backfield with McLeod. Cats have 195 yards on the ground tonight, 227 through the air, 422 overall. The trips left is tight. Now here's Hobart in motion back toward the formation. Now he'll come back out wide left. McLeod, shovel pass. Burgess running left. Has the 1st down toward the 30 and knocked off his feet. Ball came loose, picked up by Troy. It's a fumble picked up by the Trojans. Running back, Connor Fox makes the tackle inside the 30-yard line, but Cats turn it over for the 2nd time tonight. An interception, now a fumble. Burgess hit from behind, and the ball popped out.
Fumble recovered by the defense.
Well, it's beautifully executed, but it's an inside shuttle, little option, inside pitch, and Burgess had a clear saving. He just got hit right. Kind of as he was going down. Number 11 was tackling, and he was falling down. He just,
I think, from the backside, reached in, punched it out on the way down.
I don't have that number anyway.
Yeah, I think he's down the depth chart a little bit. Nope, there's no 42 on the roster.
Good looking play, well executed. Just unfortunate, it resulted in a fumble. Now you got Troy back out on the field on offense.
So Troy from its own 28. 1st down and 10. Here's Kilcrease wanting to throw. Does behind his intended receiver, incomplete. Wanted the tight end.
Khalil Alexander back in there.
I think he had James Neal there in coverage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Kilcrease tonight now 15 of 24 for 233 and 2 scores. Did throw an interception, but that was erased on a pass interference penalty on the Bobcats. Only 3 penalties tonight on Texas State. Kilcrease, snap. He'll pull it, throwing it deep for Parker. Josh Eaton's there in coverage.
Nice.
Knocks it away. Parker wants a flag. Not going to get it. You got a Troy player down back in the pockets where the pass was thrown. Eaton right there in front of Landon Parker. Hand fighting for sure between them both, and then Eaton reaches up and actually swatted the ball away.
That's a good no call on that too. They both were handsy. Both of them were on him. Parker's pushing away as well.
I mean, Parker's got the hands on him first.
That's right. Eaton does a nice job of getting that outside hand up to hit the ball away, knock the ball away.
So that's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. 10:35, and the clock will stop for the moment here. As we will tend to an injured Troy player. Which I believe is an offensive lineman, down back at about the 25. So
it looked like he was holding his elbow there at first. They're looking at his elbow.
Tyler Cappy's who that is. 6'3", 305, a sophomore. Out of Priceville, Alabama. Did not play in
last
2023. Listed as the second or the backup left guard here. This Troy offensive line, which you and I have seen this in action in fourth quarters in games past, where they're able to just decide, hey, we're going to run the ball, and everybody knows they're going to run the ball, and then they go out and they run the ball.
And still do it effectively, I know.
You turn the page to this year, they're replacing 89 starts on the offensive line coming in. Only 44 starts combined when the year started. That's a pretty inexperienced group by today's standards of offensive linemen.
Yeah, and it
doesn't, to the casual football fan, they think, what, you snap it, you big guys go block, right? But the more a group of 5 plays together like that, the more they know where each other, they trust where each other's going to be to do their job. There's a lot to be said for that experience in that group of 5 right there.
And the offensive line, then you got the quarterback situation that Coach Parker, the head coach for Troy, I mean, he's been dealing with a lot of things offensively. He's just trying to find what's going to work.
So 3rd and 10. 4 receivers and a diamond left. Kilcrease wanting to throw, leaves the pocket, dumps it out. 30-yard line, 35, big collision, and he slips through it, and he got the first down. Boy, was it Ross that he dumped it off to? Couldn't tell exactly who his little outlet. It was not Ross, it was Beeson again. Zariah Beeson just kind of standing there by himself at the 30, and a good job to get ahead of steam and get what he needed. In fact, he got 11 when he needed 10 first down. For Troy, 5 of 12 converting third downs now. Kilcrease again hands it off this time, and there is Stephen Parker immediately. Grabs the running back, brings him down for a loss. It'll be 2nd down and about 12.
Such a good job by Parker holding his position there on the edge and then working upfield and making the tackle, and a sure tackle, because outside of him, it's nothing but green grass. So he did a nice job.
Clock running towards 9.5 minutes. Parker with the stop. Don't forget, coming up post-game, we'll have our impact players of the night. Torrey Spears, 8 tackles tonight. Parker behind him with 5. Troy to the line and ready to go. Kilcrease will go under center. He'll kick a man in motion. That's Ross, and he'll hand it to him. Fly sweep coming to this right side. Cut down as he gets to the 45, out to the 46. Not Ross, it's Mojo George.
I think Mojo Dortch he's the fastest guy on the team, because they
quick.
A lot of jet sweeps with this guy, a lot of them.
Dortch gets to the 46, where it's going to set up 3rd down at about 3.
It looked like he was going to try to hurdle. He was setting his feet up to try to hurdle, and he decided not to, and he got tripped up and tackled.
Cats will run off a couple players defensively. 4-man front. Stephen Parker, Bryce Bass, they'll bring pressure up the middle. Kilcrease throwing quickly, near side. It's caught by Landon Parker. Lays out forward at the 49 in Bobcat territory. That's a gain of 4 and enough for the first down.
I'm not so sure what they wanted to play, what kind of pass coverage they were having at that time. Might have been a little bit of confusion. It's just too soft out there when you're one-on-one out there in the boundary. You just can't give them a 7-yard cushion like that.
Clock running towards 8 minutes. Bobcats trying to win their Sun Belt opener for the 5th time in 6 seasons. And kind of exercise some ghosts, I guess, of Troy games past. Here comes a blitz up the middle. Khalil Alexander's free, and he's going to get the sack. Bobcats shifted on the line, and Alexander moved again from that defensive end spot to that middle linebacker spot. I've seen it about 4 times tonight, and this time he hangs on for the sack.
He almost got a sack the last time in the 3rd quarter they did this, and this time he hangs on for the sack, to your point. I mean, he goes unblocked. 74 tried to get a little hand on him. That's not going to slow him down.
Damien Taylor the tailback, he just let him run right by him.
I mean,
he moved to the edge to pick up an edge rusher, and Khalil Alexander just went right by.
It's just too many defenders in white jerseys coming after you. There's not enough blockers.
That's a loss of 11, back to the 40. So second down, 21. Kilcrease, he'll hand it off. Taylor got past the 45 and rolls his way out 47-yard line. Got 7. Some of the lost yardage back, and it will be third down behind the chains once again. Third down at about 13. You got a Bobcat down right where the tackle was made. And Texas State trainers will come over toward this near sideline, which is the Troy sideline. We'll stop the clock here at 6:56.
A lot of defenders had arms on him, but nobody put a hat on him to be able to bring him down. I thought they were going to. He's only going to maybe a yard or two. the way the front was in on that play.
I think it's Terry Webb. Flat on his back at about the 47.
You don't want your defensive tackle hurt.
No, we don't. Taylor tonight, leading rusher for Troy. He's got 11 carries for 63 yards. Bobcats have 6 sacks on the night. 10 tackles for loss. They've snagged a couple of turnovers as well. It is Webb, and he's sitting up now at that 47. G.J. Kinney has come across as well.
You don't know how important, the defensive tackles don't have the high statistics, with all the tackles and all that thing. Your defensive tackles is what makes all the other possible. The reason why they're so successful with the blitzes and linebackers and the edge rushers and everything is because you got 2 guys in the middle that control 3 or 4 of the offensive linemen and still get a push and penetration up the middle. That's how important these guys are. So even though they don't have a lot of stats, they're probably the most important. It's the hub of the wheel, basically, of that defense.
Well
those
said.
Two those defensive tackles, they're priceless.
Webb walks himself off to the far side of the field, and he's not even going to go to the tent. He's going to go sit on the bench. So a third down and 13 coming. Cats showing a little bit of pressure. Now a little kind of peel back as Troy will make an adjustment. You got about 4 quarterbacks on the field at the moment for Texas State. They're all wanting to blitz. Everybody's standing around the line. They'll run 3. Kilcrease drops to throw. He'll leave the pocket, running right, slides down at the 50. He's hit right as he slides down by Khalil Alexander, but Khalil, I think, just kind of
turned his body
down
into
and
him.
caught him as he got to the 48. You think back to a play last week when Jordan McLeod slid and took a forearm to the head. This was not that. Although it's close enough, although Khalil actually got there before he got to the ground. So he got to the 49 in Bobcat territory. Now it's 4th down and a full 10 yards. Offense stays on for Troy. Trips to the left. Kilcrease wanting to throw. Cats will bring pressure. Kilcrease stepped up, got away. Being chased by Landry. He throws it. It's incomplete. Bounced it into his wide receiver who was open. He got out of the pocket somehow, and then Joe Landry was chasing him around and throwing on the run off balance, and the Cats have the turnover on downs and can start to close this one out tonight.
Yeah, you put pressure on him, and a right-handed passer, he starts scrambling to his left. On the run, he's got to have to throw across his body like that. It's impossible to throw a really good 25-yard strike.
Stations, let's pause right quick, 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Texas State Bobcats football.
Our question this evening is,
on the other side of that, we got a timeout on the field with 5:52 to play. It's 38-17 Texas State. Bobcats getting the ball back, trying to close this one out in Troy tonight. We're back in a moment on the Texas State Sports Network. This is Bobcats football from Learfield.
Hi, this is Fox San Antonio's Chuck Picatinnick, and I'm News 4's Don Harris. One of the best things about our jobs is calling the games on Taco Cabana's Thursday Night Lights, every Thursday on CW35. Goes right and then takes it right back up the middle, and look at him finish the run. Firing, got it, hard! If you're interested in video production, journalism, or covering sports for a living, our stations have job opportunities you might want to check out.
To see the possibilities, go to foxsanantonio.com/careers.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.